Hello and welcome to Dice Breakers, a D&D podcast and stream with mostly accurate rules and inconsistent character voices. I'm Alex, your host and DM, and with me are Greg, Purdy, Mark, unfortunately not Joe, and a late Simon, my wonderful players. How is everyone doing today?
Fine, thank you
I eat
very
my dinner
much.
now.
I'm watching people throw food and drink around the place. It's quite amusing. It's great.
Yeah, so far in this intro, well, not this intro, but at the beginning of this, Purdy has thrown his salad everywhere, been attacked by a carrot. Greg has spilt water on himself.
I crawled across the floor trying to be not seen. It
That's
didn't
true.
work very
You
well.
crawled across the floor.
And this is before you even started.
and-
Greg
to add
wasn't
on-
allowed to the toilet, so screamed.
And
Yes.
to add on to it all, I almost cracked up doing the intro the time that it worked because I read inconsistent as incontinent, and I was like, "What's an incontinent character voice?" Yeah, so-
Purdy,
No, I tried to breathe in some beetroot.
Stop
because
inhaling
of that.
carrots. What is it with you?
It was beetroot this time.
you see, this is why I never have salads because they're just dangerous.
They're so dangerous, aren't they? And every time Sarah does exercise, she's like, "Oh, my body hurts." I'm like, "Then why'd you do the exercise? It doesn't seem worth it. Doesn't seem worth it." I don't get any pain from eating a chocolate muffin. I tell you what.
I get pain from sitting in my wedding dress when it's too tight. This is why
Where
I'm
is that? Oh, I've never tried
trying
that.
to
to be honest.
choke on salad.
Trying to choke on salad.
Yeah, that's true.
Right. Last week, the Strangelings finally made it into the desert after purchasing some new fancy heat-reflective clothing. The desert was harsh and hotter than they'd ever seen before, and something a few miles in was very surprising to them. They saw a colony in the distance, which was strange because no one had told them that anyone did, let alone could, live out here. They were forced to move into the town-esque area as a sandstorm loomed a few miles away, meaning they had to trust whoever lived here. The whoever in question seemed to be a type of goblin, except they were reddy orange and not talking in goblin. They were shown to a building to protect from the storm and waited out the hours with one other orange figure in the corner who seemed pleasant. This figure offered them a berry which sent those who took it into a collective hallucination, a fun way to spend a few minutes of boredom. After the storm had passed, Bartlett had rearranged his spells, they finally managed to talk to the creatures. They called themselves Remkins and seemed to be very, very pleasant to interact with. When asking about the berries they needed for Unit's potion, they were shown a hunting party that was about to go out searching for the berries, so they joined the party and even managed to help, with Unit using magic to locate many more berries than they would usually find. And as quickly as they came, the Strangelings left, berries in hand and ready to travel to the next stop towards saving Unit's colony.
That kind of did sound like a Star Wars.
Yeah, I don't know why. I felt it as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry, Disney, don't sue me. So can you imagine Disney suing for like kind of seeming a little bit like? Yeah, actually, I can imagine that. This is
Yeah.
Anyway, so you are all currently sitting, all standing in the ship. About to set off towards Zen, or more specifically, Zarim. The city that you have decided to, or at least the city that your captain decided to go to in order to try and get some work.
Bartlett
take-
and Unit are T-posing in
again.
the corner.
Unit is currently a bird. That's usually
Of
my
course,
excuse. And
yep.
Bartlett is probably doing some like potion or
Cat things.
cooking, testing, just sort of generally messing with some things and keeping some time to himself. The three of you and Zegith would be up on top, possibly having a discussion about what do you guys normally discuss about? Which type of bean is best, and then the ship would
Let me
eventually set off on your journey.
Oh.
No, you see, you don't get the wind in your face because the protective bubble. Or he's always Flip doing that anyway, just because pulling his face back. Oh,
towards
dear.
Zarin.
Towards Zarim. So the trip, see, I'm holding because I have to work out how long it would probably take, and I'm waiting for me to be able to open up Photoshop and open up the map.
You have
So the trip would
Where's the pen?
probably take around. It sounds like I'm in slow motion. Around 2 days to get there. So like starting about midday, it'll be a couple nights, and then arriving on a third day.
Marvelous. Well, I've just given Ray her bell back, which was in my backpack. Right.
I think you gave that to me at the town, didn't you?
Oh, it's a town. That's right. That was.
Yeah, because it was pissing off the giant beetles.
Yes.
Or
Oh shit.
Exactly.
whatever the hell they were.
Yeah, they were the giant crab
Oh, that's
spiders.
right. It was. I was going to say Purdy. So Elsie finally got round to actually asking Flint to please give us some
Back
tasty.
the fuck up, yeah.
And he went, yeah, fine.
Ah yes,
I was
and the lesson
convinced
we've
I'd already
learned
done
today.
that.
So
The
he's now
lesson
standing
we've
in.
learned. The lesson we've learned today is that if you ask, you always get.
Absolutely.
I
don't
generally
think.
thought I'd already asked.
You don't necessarily get what you wanted, but you get something.
No, you didn't ask. You commanded, which
No,
I
she
don't.
asked. She asked really nicely.
Oh, last time,
Yeah, yeah. And
but previously she had only commanded.
that's true.
No.
Actually.
It was leave me the fuck alone. But yeah.
Anyway, is there anything in particular? I mean, I know there's some people wanted some conversations, but anything in particular that you guys wanted to?
Well, in that case, Flint is going to dismiss his pussycat because he's having no much luck with that, and instead he's going to summon not an octopus.
You already summoned the octopus, which died.
I know, which didn't work out. So I'm going to summon instead, which is not on my little list, but I'm going to summon one anyway. A puppy, a small dog.
Is it? If it's not on the list, you can't really summon it, can you?
You said I could. You said I could summon things which are long as they were similar. I mean, a small dog can be
Puppy's
the
not
same.
on the
No.
list?
I said that for campaign 1. I didn't say that for this campaign.
No, you did say for this campaign.
Mm.
Yes,
A
you did.
puppy's
I
not on the list.
We,
I don't think so. I've got
Can we
frogs,
please,
hawks, lizards,
next
octopuses,
campaign, not allow him to have a familiar.
I didn't
spiders,
expect it. He got this from. I don't even know what route this came in.
It was in
He found a way!
rogue, whatever
Yeah.
hell kind of rogue I am. I've forgotten now. What's it called?
Whatever kind of rogue I am.
Any
A
second
bad
now.
one.
Any second now, it's going to come
I
to
think.
me.
Wait, Purdy. I think your next PC should be a
Arcane
dyslexic rogue that's actually a rouge.
Wears only
Don't
red
look
because
like
you
you're
think
going to
that's.
spell rogue already.
Yeah, I know, right?
You have to wear only red because you think that's how you're supposed to do it. Because
I can summon.
I am loving this. And they wear red because they own the vineyard.
I'm gonna say
There
they
you
show
go.
red because it doesn't show the
I
blood.
can summon a bat, a cat, a crab. a
That's your
frog,
Deadpool for
a
me.
hawk, a lizard, an octopus, which dies, an owl, a snake, a quipper, which is a kind of fish. Not going to do that one. A rat, a raven, a seahorse, a spider, or a weasel. But
None
I
of
want
which
a
are-
puppy.
You can't have a
dog.
Weasel!
You can't have a puppy.
I want a doggy.
Weasel!
You may want one, but you're not gonna get one.
why can't they?
I can't read Weasel anymore.
Why is there no puppy option?
I
It
think
seems
the
a little
practical
jacked.
application of a puppy is actually kind of none.
Yeah, and
I mean, for practicality, I should get my hawk, but that's just.
So you spend an
Um,
hour trying to summon a puppy, which doesn't work.
I'm going to summon a weasel. instead of a puppy or something.
You summon a weasel.
isn't this Find Familiar
yeah,
supposed to
but
take
I-
like 100 golds worth of papers and special papers and inks?
Probably, I can't remember. I'm not really good at this.
But actually, yeah, is that true?
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
I hope it is, because then he might actually not be able to do it much.
Oh, it's only resummoning. Trying to change it. I don't know. I think changing what it is counts as resummoning.
No, the components for 5 familiar is 10 golds worth of charcoal, incense, and herbs.
Okay.
That's fine.
Which is
Yeah.
low enough that I can't just ignore it.
The
I
herbs
was about
can
to say, he's
summon,
probably only just hitting the 100 gold mark now.
Yeah,
I'm going to go for
Which
a
is
weasel.
still
I'm going to
impressive.
call him
you're gonna go for a weasel.
a weasel, and I shall call him
Ginger.
Weasley.
Weasley the
You have
Weasel.
Weasel, you have Weasley the Weasel. That sounds about how
Weasley the
Flint
Weasel.
would do. Now, I don't want to get too meta, but Greg's been saying he's been waiting for this week to have a conversation for the entire week. So I will let you do some RP aboard the
That's
ship.
it. I'm
if
not
you
doing
wish.
anything else. No,
I'm
that's
gonna
what the
frick
show
with you
is.
first, though. The first day, Ray's spending most of the day just dug into her book, going over her
Uh-huh.
spells.
Fair enough.
In that case,
What
I
does
shall
everyone else
spend-
do the first day? I reckon Zegith, trying to be as nice as he can, gets with what he can. He gets a little sheet and a little bit of food that is available, even though most of it is none. So it's kind of just like bread and cheese, and then comes over to Elsie at some point when she's probably bored and says, "I have a sheet and do you want to have a picnic on the up the upper.
When you said sheet, I thought you meant a paper, and I was like, "What the fuck is he putting bread on?" Like,
No.
this is making no sense. And then you said he was going over to Elsie. I was like, "What the fuck is he gonna do?" Yeah,
I just
okay.
thought it would be nice. Not really much going on anyway. What's travel?
Yeah, and you can show me how to organize my research and how you do it, and we can.
Sure, if you want. And he sets off upstairs and just puts down the sheet, which it's not a picnic blanket of any sort. It's just a thin sheet that goes down. You try to put it down, the whole thing just goes. It's like,
Elsie comes up and helps him with the other two
just put
corners.
it down. You have a sip. He just like cuts up some bread and puts some cheese on it. It's like I couldn't find much in there.
It's
There's not
fine.
a lot
I
on
love
this ship.
cheese.
I didn't know that about you. I didn't know that about you. It seems.
Yeah, I'm not as in your face about it as Purdy is.
Yeah. I don't know who Purdy is, but it sounds like the kind of person that would wear a T-shirt saying she thinks about cheese all the time. You sit for a while. He sort of goes through like his notes, sort of showing he has like a full on like index at the back and appendices at the front. And is that appendix? Would you say appendices for multiple?
Appendices.
Yeah.
You would,
At the
yeah.
front, and then titles, and he has all sorts of like ways that he formats everything, and to the point where
Jeez.
the writing that the paper and the notebooks that he has, they aren't lined. You don't have lined notebooks in whatever sort of era this is. So therefore, he like draws his own lined paper, and then that's what he writes on, and yeah. I hate to.
I
oh,
know.
he's
Shut
still
up.
working on it. He's still working on it. He's still working on it. That's
I
fine.
was
Um,
happy, and then I realized I was sad.
No. But yeah, he spends a while going through this all, and like you realize just like how particularly anal he is about all this stuff. He doesn't bring it up very often. It's his own notes. But he is. I mean, I'm not sure how Elsie would take it, but I'm sure most people are like interested and appreciative.
Oh yeah, she's like super interested.
Doing the thing where she's just like,
Yeah.
staring
Yeah.
up at him. And he's the thing where he's like, if you look at-
She's interested in his biceps, is what you're saying.
yeah, basically. And he does. It's just one of the things where he says, if you look at this, and then looks at you, you're just looking at him, and you're like, It's like, no, look at this. No, look at this. This.
Oh yeah. Uh-huh.
And you have a few hours up there, I'm sure. Before eventually, you finish the food and come to a general sort of like 4 hours later, just sort of eventually stop. I'm sure.
At some point during this, I will write a little note saying, "Would you like some tea?" And I'll put it in the mouth of my little weasel, and send him trotting across to where you are, and I'll stay well away.
a weasel comes up and says, like, when did we get a weasel?
I don't know.
Has a note for you.
Yeah, well,
apparently.
he has some sort of more under my control, so he'll come up and drop it in.
He has a note for
in
you.
between you.
Do we have a messenger weasel? Is that a part of the Strangelings? Was I not aware of this?
I'm not aware of
We
it.
do
either.
now.
I don't know. I'm not in charge anymore, so maybe.
Yeah,
Ray-
Ray's in charge. Did Ray
Maybe
send a
Ray's got it.
messenger weasel? Maybe we should send the weasel back to Ray to ask if she sent a messenger weasel.
Or we read this message.
Once I know you're going
Might
to hang
help.
on. Yes, we will hang on.
Do
to
we
an
want
answer.
a cup of tea? I think it's to do with Flint.
Now, there's no proof that it's Flint asking.
It's an animal we don't know where it came from, and it's asking if we want a cup of tea.
There's a couple assumptions we can make.
Both so smart and so stupid.
Is this Zegeth Wright Ace Attorney?
Wait, no. The only way we can confirm whether or not this is Flint is if we say, do the
Alfie just writes
knocking.
back, yes, please, and then gives it to
Do the
the...
knocking. You need to get the weasel to do the knocking.
No, I've
It's
already
a- it's a
given the
signal.
weasel the note to say yes,
Oh
please.
yeah, but if Flint's in control, you know he's waiting.
Yeah, I'm looking through his eyes at the moment.
He's making the
Thanks,
knocking.
yes, please.
When he says
Thank
do the
you.
knocking, I will do the.
And now, for the podcast, he definitely did that, except
Oh,
your
hang on,
microphone
I'll
cut
get
it
it
out. Nope, still cutting it out. That's amazing.
How about
Just do it with your mouth. Say thump, 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 thump.
thump, 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 thump?
There you go. That all works. No, yes, and
I don't know. That one was
yes.
a little less enthusiastic than what Flint normally does. I don't think it's quite right.
No, what Sega says is, I don't remember what the code was.
Why are you asking then? Yes,
Because that's
please,
what we
we'll
were
have
told to
cups of
do.
teas.
What are we told to do?
In that case,
I'm
the
trying to
little
follow
weasel
protocol.
The weasel will trot back across to where Flint is, and I'll
It was just like standing.
Well, like a nice-
like,
a nice- well, and make some
I like
tea.
to imagine Flint standing up by the captain, except he's like peeking over the the barrier because that's all he can see. Just like,
Well, exactly. I would be peeking under the barrier, probably.
oh yes, I think it is Flint.
Yeah, I'll make
Vegas, you make my day sometimes.
I'll make some teas and bring them over. Here you
I'm
go. Nice.
glad.
I made what you normally have. I hope that's all right. Leave you to it
Thank
now.
you.
Have a nice whatever. Nice rest.
Thank you, Flint.
Come on, Weasley. Come on, Fred.
Fred.
Or it's George. No,
Fred Weasley.
Fred Weasley.
It's only one of them left. You. Yeah, eventually, you come to the end of that, and Zegith is like, "Well, it's been lovely. I hope more do
Or do?
this."
Are you okay? You want to do
Words.
this again?
Yes,
Okay, we can do it again.
I would like.
I guess.
I'm gonna go now. He's just like
Okay.
wanders off.
Alex, quick question.
Hmm?
Because I know this is this would create contention later, as it does with DVD&D. Levitate. If something's just floating while this thing is moving, is it relative to the ship's movement? Because the immovable rod, we were like,
Oh,
no,
so-
that would go.
It went.
Yeah, but that's
So-
also like super magical in all of
So
space.
the
Immovable.
way I see this, and this should clarify a future things as well, is the way we said it, like inside of a car. The air is being moved along with the ship because you've got this like protective bubble. That's why you don't feel the air on your face. So therefore, things that would be affected by the sort of the wind pushing it / that kind of stuff. Like, so I just have to explain it, even though I was trying to explain it. Like, if you flew I said it before, if you flew a model helicopter inside a car, it would move with the car because the airspace is containing. But the immovable rod is different because that is like stuck in place, kind of like
Space
slightly
coordinates rather than like.
by location rather
Sorry,
than
Something in the
just
car
floating.
is already moving. Something is.
So levitate would move
it's already
with
got
it.
momentum.
Yeah, levitate would move with it because the air behind effectively pulls you with
Yeah.
it.
Well, not just that. The object itself has momentum.
Yeah.
So it will go up.
Okay.
Yeah, but in that
going
case, the
way.
momentum might wear away. The point is, it levitate is relative to the ground that you're on,
Cool. Okay.
as long as it's enclosed, which it is.
Just good to note.
That means. No, never mind.
That was one of the things I changed. I got rid of one of my other indications for floaty.
Bloody boy.
Footies.
I think I can do that on command at any time as well. So that's pretty sick.
You will rest down for that night. I'm sure have a lovely meal made by Bartlett, and generally have a rest. Wake up in the morning, and I think Zegith today definitely does. He's doing some of his own sort of research, writing down some stuff about the Kavir. Very, a new colony of creatures. It's very exciting. Writing, making little sketches of what they look like, what it seemed like their community was based on, how they worked, the berries, and like the effects of such. Sort of like lots of nicely written out notes on that. And as I've said before, although you said no last time. Like, great.
Listen, there were things that I leveled up, which means things.
Oh, I should point out, by the way, Simon, you should look at your character sheet more because you've leveled up twice and not done either of those leveled ups. Yeah.
Yes.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
You're more powerful than you ever imagined.
You've got 2
Alright.
levels waiting to be done. Anyway,
Wow.
so back to Greg.
Well, to be
Right,
fair, one
right.
of them would have been last week when I wasn't there. But
That is true. That is true. But the previous ones, they're in potentia as well.
Ray will go find Elsie.
Oh, because Elfie's going to find Ray.
Bumps into each other, going around
I
the
think
corner.
you more they just keep circling.
Okay, so half the day is spent looking for one another, saying,
You both
"Hey,
circle
asking
past-
Zegith."
Clinton,
So, oh, it's
Clinton
over
Yeah,
there.
I was gonna say you passed by Zegith, who's just like, oh, Ray just went past. Oh, Elsie just.
I was going to
just
say
went
Flint and
past.
Unit would just be sort of standing there looking over the side, watching them going past. Are they doing?
Look,
Are they,
no,
are they
It
doing
happens a couple
constitutional?
times. It happens a couple times. Eventually, Ray comes around and says, "Where is she?" She's just wait here. I promise you, she will be round." Like 2 minutes later.
Ah, hey, hello.
There you are. Hey, I was actually looking for you. Where were you? They kept saying.
Looking for you.
Right, should we go somewhere?
Yes.
Okay. I don't know if where there's a quiet spot on this ship.
We'll
I
probably
mean-
just go sit in the communal area.
Yeah, exactly. Like, well, Zegith would be in like the communal with the table, writing stuff down. I'm sure.
I thought it was up on the top.
No, he's down. He needs a you need a table really to like properly do some notes. You probably find some solace like at the front of the ship. Which was that? The bow, the boog, right at the front.
The boog.
Well,
Yep,
no one would
the
be in the
boog of the
bedroom,
ship.
would they?
The bow,
Okay.
but it's BOW. I'm pretty sure not like tree bow.
There's
Yes.
already been confusion with you and Barty in the bedroom. Let's not start that whole thing.
beg
I
your
was
pardon?
thinking it's comfy somewhere to sit. No, you sit one end, I sit the
You're
other.
at the bow
Not
of the ship.
Anyways, quiet spot.
Did we? Sorry, this is messing because I wasn't there at the end of last week. Did we get the berries? Like, what's?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Do I know
Yes.
what's
Yeah,
happening?
the storyline, unit storyline, was in fact progressed.
Nice. In a way that.
we have all
I
the
definitely
berries.
know
We have
about.
a lot of the berries.
Oh, good.
No, we don't. We have the
Oh.
right amount of berries.
Oh,
And we
okay.
are now on the way to see if we can get anything so it's cheaper for us to go to
Some
Hybris.
cargo which the
Free
captain
for
can take
us.
down to Hybris.
Cool.
Anyways, I think there has been a misunderstanding.
Yeah, I wanted to apologize to you for being so hostile.
I be fair, I didn't really get obvious that I was just trying to help. I didn't. So I'm used to. I'm not used to making new friends. It usually goes very poorly for me. And I thought the qualities of a good leader were also the qualities of a good friend. That's why I got the book initially, but I read it through it, and you already had a lot of the qualities, so I just wanted to help you become a little more comfortable.
Oh, thank you. I just took it as criticism rather than helpful criticism.
That's fair. It kind of came off that way.
No, I'm sorry for being so funny with you about it. It's just, I'm really not sure I'm set out to be the leader. And then when somebody comes along and says that I should be doing it this way or that way, I kind of was just like, she doesn't trust me either then.
Ray's face goes blank for a second, and then sorry.
Are
Yeah,
you okay?
Yeah. You were saying Sorry, what did you say?
Ray, are you okay?
Yeah.
Are you
Said-
sure?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Okay, I was just saying that I took it the wrong way and I'm thankful for you trying to help.
You're welcome. Honestly, I think that you're probably a better leader than I am. I mean, the team knows you and they trust you, and that's kind of why I didn't put my name in the first place. It didn't make sense. You'll just met me.
Why don't we work together? We can
Sure.
help each other out.
Sure, makes sense. Can we pick up this conversation in a minute?
Sure.
Thank you. He heads out of
Are
the
you
room.
sure you're okay?
Yeah, I'll be right back.
What does Elsie do? Just
Wait.
stand there.
Yeah. She's quite confused and concerned right now.
I would imagine so. Just standing at the boog of the ship.
The boog.
Sorry, I can't help it.
Do something else. It's gonna take a sec.
Yeah. All I'll say is I'm mean. What's Flint doing?
You're telling us.
Flint, what is Flint doing? Well,
I was about to say this is normally the time that it would be
Flint
helpful for
would
Flint
just
to join in.
appear behind her.
I was going to say that what Flint would probably be doing at this point, because he's still playing with his ability to to use stroke control, stroke have a pet, stroke familiar. So he'd probably be, and I noticed that one of the strengths of a weasel is it has stealth. So since Flint is also working on his stealth, he's going to be trying to creep up on the weasel and get the weasel to try and creep up on him, which is tricky because you can actually sense where the weasel is at all times. It isn't working particularly well.
It's the
He's
logic
trying
of
it anyway.
Flint.
Exactly. He's giving it a go.
I think he's actually getting the weasel sneak up on him and feeling really good that he can tell every single time where the weasel is.
Gotcha again. Ha ha! That can't fool me. Okay, I'm going to creep up on you now. Bet you can't see me coming.
And you do because it's
Just
doing
to
what
make
you
sure it
say.
doesn't see me coming.
Yeah.
Exactly.
At some point, Zegith walks past and is like, "Are you in control of the weasel?"
Don't spoil the fun.
For who?
But for me, of course.
I thought this was training.
Well, to be honest, I've tried training it, but since it can do anything anything I wanted to do, it does anyway. That's why I wanted to have a puppy, really. You see, I wanted to have a pet, but
And I guess
never
you can
mind. Fred'll do.
buy a puppy. Not that I'd advise it, considering the adventures we go on.
No, I don't. The thing is, I mean, in some ways, having seen what happens to us, I mean, some poor little puppy probably wouldn't survive. So I'd rather have something where, if anything happens, I can just summon it back. What do you think about little weasel? He's nice, isn't he?
Sure. It is a
No,
little
go on.
strange knowing that it's just kind of you.
Well, it's not exactly me. I mean, I can look through his eyes and ears, but most of the time it's sort of semi-autonomous. I sort of ask it to mentally to go somewhere and it goes. I give it little commands, but it's sort of more or less under its own control.
Isn't it sentient? I don't know. I'm confused.
It is sentient, yeah, it is sentient. So I can sort of, if I say to it, like if I send it a little thing now, say, go and say hello to Zegith, it'll come over to you like that. See, but I'm not controlling it. It'll just come over and treat you as a friend.
So strange to me. I mean, it just seems so lifeless in its eyes.
I'm not used to it myself yet. Really. That's why I keep messing about with it. I keep trying different ones.
People
The
usually
octopus was
summon.
fun, but
Don't people usually summon like imps or something weird?
I've heard so, yes, but I can't seem to do that. Everything I get sort of more like sort of furry or feathery, I mean, I get this feeling I could probably do a fish, but I mean, since the octopus didn't survive, I don't think a fish would.
Why would you want to fish?
Well, that's a good question. I mean,
Can you eat
if
it?
I suppose so. I don't know. I've never tried it. I think it might feel a bit strange eating my own familiar. I don't think that's a very good idea.
It's an area of magic that's lost on me.
But it's pretty new to me, actually. So if I find anything out, I'll let you know.
Where did you learn it again?
Well, as I was sort of developing my my sort of lock picking and that area, that sort of stealthy area, when we were back in Carmanthia, do you remember that chap who used to hang around with sometimes in Cortia?
No.
Oh no, you weren't there, were you? Of course you weren't. We had a friend of ours who was sort of I don't know, you'd call him he used to help the poor at night, You've seen my gold mask. I modelled it on him, really.
I haven't seen your gold mask.
If you're not, oh, well, I'll put it on. Here you go. I'll put it on and put my hood up. So when I have the opportunity, I like to sort of, if I don't want to be recognised, I go out and sort of help those in need.
I've never seen you do this. I have to be honest.
Well, you haven't really been in a town long enough for me to do it. recently, but anyway,
Okay.
the guy who sort of helped me improve my skills, he sort of taught me a few little tricks and things. This is one of them.
Finding a animal.
Pretty much, he showed me a way of sort of summoning basically a sort of like a spirit and have it appear as an animal that I can then have a sort of mental connection with.
Sure.
See? So, but he taught me a lot of stuff. I mean, he's also taught me. He taught me how to be able to sneak up on people. So if you turn your back for a second,
Okay.
I'm going to try and hide, and then I'm going to try and come up on him with stealth. So because why not?
Yeah, do a stealth.
Stealth. I'm going to try and stealthily come up and tap him on the shoulder when he least expects it. That's my stealth.
Well, yeah, you're going to try to do a stealth. Now, there's the thing.
I'm going to try and do stealth. That is a 29.
And that would be a... What's it? Oh, it'll be perception. There it is.
Yeah.
That would be a... What is his perception? I've lost it. No, it's lower than that. It's like a 27, yes.
Pretty good, but not quite enough.
No, not quite enough.
So I will sneak up and while he's looking out for me and go tap tap.
I think he's a little confused with the concept as well. You tap him on the shoulder and he turns around and goes, "Ah, hello."
So hopefully you were trying to look out for me and didn't see me coming. So that's
Well, I didn't see you coming because I was facing the other way.
okay. Well, I tell you what, let's do it again then. And this time, try and see me coming, and I'll see if I can sneak up on you anyway. I mean, it's good practice for me anyway. So if you don't mind doing it,
Sure.
mind you, I'm going to make a pretty good roll if he nearly saw me at 29. Come on. Oh, that's good. That is 34.
No, he can't get that high anyway unless he rolled a natural.
Jesus,
Yeah.
what's your plus?
15.
14, 15, there.
15.
And this time, like, he's vaguely looking around, and you tap him on the shoulder and he goes, "Oh, fair enough."
So it's a useful little skill. I haven't really used it very much. I mean, I'm more for sort of being honest and straightforward, but it's a little skill he taught me. I might come in handy one of the days, you don't know.
Sure.
So anyway, when he taught me that, he also taught me about these one or two little...
I don't
Little
see how they're
small-
related, but fair enough. Well, you have fun with your...
There's something else I could do as well. Look, I'm going to summon my mage hand and, I don't know, pick up my cup of tea.
You do that, and he's like, "Oh," and he summons his Big B's. What's it called? I forget what it's called.
Big B's hand.
Big B's. Yeah, I thought there was a word between it. Big B's hand, which is basically a bigger, stronger, better version of yours. He's like, "Oh look, I can do this," and just
It's
like
sort of thing.
picks up a giant barrel.
Comparing
I
sizes.
don't really I don't have a lot of use for it, to be honest, but it's, you know, I can use it to pick locks, apparently. I've never tried it, but
I keep forgetting to do magic. It just doesn't come with my nature.
yeah, well, I don't really do magic that much. It's just, I don't know where it's not something I'm very comfortable with. I use it for my, you know, my flaming hand and so on. But
I
apart from that-
supposedly have powerful magic. I just don't really know. It's a bit scary.
you should use it more often. Really. I mean, I've been messing about with it, trying to get used to it. You should do the same, but preferably sort of, you know, in the other direction. But
Anyway, I'll leave you to do your weasel training. I'm going to do some
yes,
research.
I'll go back
now.
to my Weasley. I'll pick up. How much weight can a mage hand pick up? Could it pick up a weasel?
10 grams or something. It's like
No,
minimum.
it's not 10 grams. It's more than that, but not much more than that. Yeah, mage hand.
Probably in ounces or something.
It says up to 7 tons,
I don't believe you.
10 pounds.
10 pounds.
And how heavy, you're going to ask me, is a weasel? It's
I was
tiny.
actually going to see how heavy. Oh, that's 4.5 kilograms. There you go. That's actually quite a lot. It's more than I thought it was.
4.5
How-
kilos is about 10 pounds, isn't it? So it's about 2.2. It's 2.2 pounds per kilogram.
Yeah, it would be about 10 pounds because that's what I
I
just
can
converted.
Oh,
Apparently, a Colombian weasel would weigh 120 to 150 grams, but a European polecat would be 1 to 1.5 kilograms. Either way, I'm pretty sure you could pick it up.
Yeah.
Cool.
So, in that case, as he leaves, I'll be sort of mage handing my boy weasel around just because I can.
You're just doing that on the other side of the ship. Meanwhile, back to Elsie just
Yeah.
standing, staring forward to the ship. Of the ship.
Probably like 5 minutes later, Ray will come back in. Alrighty, that was a little off, but I got some messages from home. My parents seem to have finally noticed that I wasn't coming back.
Oh, is everything alright?
Yeah, it'll be fine.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I had to respond and let them know.
So can you talk to them through that as well?
Well, they sent the message. I don't have them in my book.
Oh, is this from your teacher?
The book is, but they just sent their messages.
But they can talk to you via the book.
No, I heard them in my head. That's why I was...
Okay.
It was like
Okay.
both you and they were in my head at the
Yes.
same time. Yeah. Where were we? Yeah, we'll work together then? Make leading a
Sounds good
little
to me.
easier on both of us?
Yeah. So, Purdy's fighting. I know.
I figured something else out that I can do that may help you and the team trust me a little more.
Alright, go on then.
It may be dangerous though, so I don't know if we should do it. I think I could go back home if I wanted to.
I don't think that's a clever idea at all.
Well, the first part of it is we see where we're going first, and it takes a long time to take place. So if we stop before we're actually taken there, hopefully it'll be okay.
That is definitely something that we may need to sit down and talk to Zergith about, as he is our expert on traveling that far. I guess? Maybe?
Yeah, I don't know if seeing it is the same as traveling, or if it's only the final part that'll take us there. I'm not sure. If I could show you my home, then maybe... Oh, maybe that
That'd
would
be
help.
cool. I mean, I would love to see where you're from, but so would it be like looking through your eyes there, or
It would be like like looking through my memories of my home.
that's cool. I do think we need to sit down and talk to the rest of the group about it, though, as I don't know how safe it'll be.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I know what it does, but I'm not sure how it will interact with people. Traveling that far is dangerous, and dragons, and...
Yeah.
You can also do this now, and she'll just float up in the air.
Oh, that's new.
I'm gonna be picky because I love the definition of these. When you levitate, what do you do to float in the air? Do you like jump a little bit?
No, just...
Because with, I know, is it levitate? It's levitate, isn't it? Where you can't move yourself once you're in the air. So I'm just wondering if you like pushed yourself away from the ground, would you just go? Just keep flying.
You can vertically rise up to 20 feet and back
Okay, you
down
can
as much
control
as
the
you want.
rise.
But then if
That's
you
fine.
want to go that way, you have to.
That's fine.
And I can do this whenever I want to.
That would be helpful in a lot of things.
If you, this is outside of my character. If you levitated over the side of the airship, so you used to be 20 feet above the deck of the airship, and then you're suddenly over the side, and you were like 1,000 feet above the ground, what would happen? Would you continue to float, or would you fall to 20 feet above the
You
ground?
couldn't go sideways. I mean, someone could push you out.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
And
If you,
fall until you hit 20 foot above the ground, probably, because then you'd levitate.
but would you,
How
would
would
you hit it
force
like you were
work?
hitting the ground, or would you sort of just slow and stop?
Well, the idea, like, it magically levitate, of course, an odd one to put out. I'd say probably you'd be fine, but maybe I'd do like a small
Oh.
bit of damage for like a
When the
gyro
spell
stuff.
ends, the target floats gently to the ground if it is still aloft. So you could just.
No, but it's
Look.
different to the spell ending.
But what if, since I can do it on command, I could just end it, which will allow me to fall gently to the
yeah.
ground and then reactivate it right before I hit the
Yeah.
ground to remain floating.
Oh,
And you'd have to do a a roll to see if you could do that with the right reaction time. That'd be a hell of a window. 20
Or
foot
I-
above the ground.
Or I could
No,
just
it doesn't-
cancel
no,
it
no,
out to
doesn't-
gently float all the way back down to the ground.
Yeah, exactly. It doesn't say you float 20 feet to the ground. It says you float from wherever you are to the ground.
Yeah.
Yes, but I don't know. The definition it's a weird grey area, isn't it? Of
Yeah. Don't
if,
try
you're
it. Simon.
if you start 20 feet above the ground and then are suddenly 1,000 feet above the ground, you are no longer 20 feet. So it's that period before. Even if you cancelled it, do you float that?
I'd
And you want me to
imagine.
try? I know one way to find out. So you
Which-
start
which rope
levitating.
edge?
I'll give you a push.
No. Anyways,
Just curious.
What's unit doing, by the way?
I don't know.
You're probably playing with my weasel.
I find that unlikely, but it's possible. It's probably bourbon. Unit's enjoying bourbon.
Fair enough. A good few hours of a day. You couldn't keep up with the ship, as you've determined, if you went out
I
away
mean,
from
yeah, within the confines
within
of
the
the ship.
confines of lockdown. I mean, of the ship. Just flying around. Just at random points. There's just a weasel, a flying cat, a bird.
Quite a big bird as well.
Yeah, you were. I can't remember what it was, but I remember it being a fairly large one. It's just so many things. God.
Many things.
So
At
animal
some
focused.
point, I think Elsie and Ray would call a group meeting.
Sure. So I reckon nearer to the end of, the end of the second day, because you'll be arriving sort of beginning to the mid of the next day. You call up a little group meeting. Everyone goes up to the surface of the ship. You know, the top level. Of the
Deck,
ship.
deck.
I don't know what to call it. You know
The
what I meant?
surface.
It's the surface level.
Fair enough.
And everyone's just standing around staring at Elsie and
Hi, Elsie. Hi,
Hi.
Ray.
So, after a little bit of talking, me and Ray have decided to work together on trying to have some form of lead with this group.
Oh, that's good news.
So we technically don't have a leader, but we do. You kind of have two. Kind of. Yeah.
a little bit.
Sort of committee-like.
Yeah.
Okay, so we changed the second time, so now we have two leaders, which is not the same as initially when we had one leader and one second hand.
Deputy.
Second in command, even, yeah.
Basically, we're going to try and work together to make sure that we don't end up in the poop.
And can
Well,
we
that
make split
sounds like
second
very
decisions
good.
if we have to?
My question, I mean, I guess it works, but and this is no offense to Ray, we did vote you in, Elsie, but we didn't vote in Ray.
Yes. So I have chosen that I have decided that I'm not quite ready to take full control. So Ray is there to help me and back me up and basically just be my right hand when I need it.
Okay, so
Are you expecting not to have a right hand?
I know I'm being slightly picky, because Ray was technically in charge, so I guess this could be off her command, but it's effectively what you asked me to do previously, but now Ray's doing it.
She's gonna help me lead. You're gonna help me with a lot of other things.
Oh, yes. What's that then?
Things like if we need research into where we're going, that is something I will go to Zegith about. Knowledge of things.
So he's going to
You're
be the
kind of-
brains of the outfit, eh? That sounds
Yeah,
good.
you're kind of the brains.
Who's the
Basically,
left
I
tea?
need.
And Unit can,
I
be
need
the
people
eyes
that I
because he's
can
up in
go
the sky,
to.
and I'll make the cups of tea, and Barty
Yeah.
does the food. That's brilliant.
I need people to go to help me because I can't do this by myself. So
Yes.
everyone, in a way, plays a role. But I will
Oh.
be relying on Ray and Zegith a lot more than the others.
But since when did I become a second? I'm confused now.
You're always my second in command.
So you are sort of 2 leaders and 1 second in command. Is that right?
Yeah.
But you just referred to Ray as your second in command.
Is it
Okay.
just technicalities?
Yeah, this
I
is
just
not
want to know what
helping.
the order of business is here.
I think what we do is
You guys voted
wait
me
for the
in.
situation to turn up and then we work it out. As I said.
However, if I can't take control, either Ray or Zegith, it's up to you. You guys can fight it out if you want over who takes control. I just know that when I am in control, I will be going to both of you for help because I trust you both.
I feel like a situation where our 2 sort of deputy leaders have to fight out control.
I'm not going to be
It's
there,
not
so
an
I
idea.
don't care how you guys do it. Whether it's rock, paper, scissors, you fight it out, or you hug it out. I don't care.
How would hugging help?
I don't know. One of them will get sick of hugging the other one at some point, and whoever steps away isn't the leader. I don't know. It's how my lot at home used to do stuff.
Really?
Yeah.
I thought they were more for the violent side of things. At least when
Have
the
you ever seen? Well, actually, yeah, you have. Yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
I'm happy to not fight over the technical stuff. Ray can.
I just want to
Be in
back her up
control.
if she gets a little overcome.
Yeah,
Russ?
I just need. I need help, and I need people to be there to help me.
I think we would have been here to help you whether you put any of us in second or not.
Yeah, well, I didn't quite take help when it was offered to me before, so I'm trying to learn. I'm trying to be a good leader. I'm trying to evolve.
Very commendable, I think.
Oh yeah. Also, Ray mentioned something that I think we should discuss with the group.
Oh, yes.
I could show everybody a glimpse of my home. The
Well, that'd be interesting.
the part that I'm not sure of is it could also take me home.
Oh,
I
that's not something that you want, though, is it?
I don't want to go there, but I feel like if I could show you where I come from, it may help you understand a little bit better. I don't.
Well, that sounds
Oh.
interesting. I mean, if
I don't-
the man to know to talk about that would be Zeketh, I suppose. He's a plane expert, isn't he? What do you think,
Yeah.
Unit?
I don't really have any problems with understanding Ray. We do have a fairly similar situation in some ways. We both come from a place far away that nobody's ever heard of with very different customs.
I appreciate it.
It's
I
true,
don't need
yes,
to
it's
see
true.
it.
What do you think, Zeketh? You're the man with the brains.
Depends on how the spell works.
So somebody would need to not be included because the rest of us would fall unconscious for a time while we are seeing it. But as long as the spell is stopped before the end, the transportation only takes place at the end of the 6 hours.
Okay.
So
But
what?
I mean more the technical aspect. I mean, I don't know whether this uses the same route through the empty plane. I don't know if this would be
I have no idea.
a window, an image. I don't know how much this would disturb
What? Sorry.
this would disturb the planar wyverns or any equivalent. I'm afraid I would have to, I guess, look into the spell with you and look at the technical details, the components, the enchantments, incantations, all those sorts of things. I can't on the spot say whether or not it would be safe. My initial reaction is probably no. Any kind of effect to the in-between at the moment seems to be negative on the rest of the world. And especially if everybody is currently unconscious. It depends on where they'd attack us. They could attack us in the halfway
It would
state
certainly be
whilst we're unconscious.
unfortunate if we were all unconscious and then the wyverns attacked while we were unconscious in the real world.
If it's one of those large dragons again, and we're all lying down, yes, we can wake up, but one, dragon's breath, and we could all be in a bad place.
Bit of
Oh,
trouble, basically. Yeah.
I'm not saying it's guaranteed, but my initial reaction would be no. My long-term reaction would be investigation is needed. Because I've never seen it before. I don't know. I haven't done the research.
Can you do it more than once, Ray? Is it something you can repeat, or is it just a one-off?
Once a day.
So you could. I mean, if Zegeth wants to see the beginnings of the spell, but not the whole thing, to see how it sort of forms, maybe, I don't know.
Maybe, I mean, the only thing that really uses is, well, me. Since I'm from there. It's easy to take a look.
So would you be able to use it again to get back if you were transported?
If I have something from here, good.
Like, would we also be transported?
Yeah. I can choose 8 people.
So then you could use one of us to get back, right?
Yeah. An
I
item.
think the actual
magic.
teleportation to the other
So at
plane
least you're
would
not
be-
actually stranded, I guess.
No.
Mhm.
The actual teleportation to the other plane, I cannot see going well.
I don't recall us ever seeing those kinds of dragons over there. So I don't know if there's just something. I don't know if there's a weak spot on Gel or what, but
Weak spots are useful for lesser magic, but most of these magics can be done by someone powerful enough anywhere. There's just very few people that are powerful enough. Certainly not me, hence why I find weak spots.
well, it was just a thought. We can look into it more or ignore it.
I would suggest research. In terms of my reaction to needing to do so, I don't see why we would. We evidently trust Ray already, so.
Alright. Well. I think that's all we had to say, right, Elsie?
Yeah.
Right.
And I can do this! And she'll levitate. Spin around.
Oh, that's clever.
Whilst you levitate in the air and everyone's marveling at such a feat, Zegeth walks off.
Elsie will follow him.
Once everyone's going, hey, she can fly.
She can fly, she can fly, she can fly.
I was gonna sing. I was actually about to say, if he knew the song, I know Flint would be singing that. You can fly, yes. No, Zegeth goes back down to get out his research book and just starts noting down same things he was doing earlier in the day.
Zegeth,
Hmm.
are you okay?
Yes,
Are you sure?
I'm pretty sure.
You seem a bit off.
I've got research to do.
Do you want help with that research?
It should be okay.
Oh, okay. Well, the offer stands whenever you need it.
It's kind.
Are you sure? Everything's... If I've upset you about Ray being second in command, I'm really sorry. It made sense after I gave her leadership that we would do it together.
Your decisions are yours. We voted you in as leader. I must respect them.
Alright, okay. Oh yeah, let me know if you need help with anything. Or just
Will
want
do.
company.
She walks off again.
Yep.
Ah, yes. Beautiful. Meanwhile, she's flying!
And if Philip will use his mage hand, just not towards the edge of the boat. Just look, I can move you. You see?
Oh,
I mean,
oh,
I may miss
careful.
out on this. See? No, don't worry.
I don't know what happens if I go over the edge.
I'll keep you away from the edge. Don't worry. But if you want to, I can't move you very far because I'm not very strong. But Yeah, no, I was like a sort of detached balloon.
I was gonna say, you knock her a little bit. It's just ever so slight, and you're like, haha, isn't that amusing? And then you realise that she just isn't stopping moving.
Oh,
She'll
yeah.
levitate, just keeps
Uh-oh.
up the momentum.
I'll put it as the other side to stop
You
her.
pull it the other way,
She'll-
you start going a bit too far the other way.
She'll
and just
cancel the
other way, just-
levitate. She'll cancel the levitate.
Oh, I was just about to get my air rope out and throw it around you. Or at least throw it to you.
I don't know how to turn it off. I don't know how to turn it off.
I learned a few new things as well, a few other new things as well, but they're less useful just on the ship and probably a little dangerous, so I won't do them.
You mean they're
You
practicing
just hear the
anyway?
captain like, please don't destroy the ship.
I won't.
You trust us, don't you? It wouldn't hurt your ship. I want
How else
people
will
to
we
get
get
through-
to?
I was gonna say, you get to the end of the day, and we'll have a nice little rest. Zegith does his usual, spending time up aboard the deck, the surface,
Mm-hmm.
the wooden top.
Where Ray would be floating, watching over the side.
Yeah, he just looks up and he's like, "Huh." Magic
She's not
never
far
ceases
off the
to
ground. She's
astound
just
me.
like where she would be standing. She's just kind of sitting cross-legged in the air, looking
I
over.
thought you'd be, I was just, are you 20 feet in the air? So all you hear is,
No,
magic voice seems to astound me.
no, I didn't hear what you said actually.
Oh, sorry, it's too far away. Magic always seems to astound me.
Can't you do magic like stuff that nobody else can do?
Oh, definitely yes. Still astounds me. You got to bear in mind that my magic came from being in some random in-between plane for a long period of time, and I guess absorbing. I don't even know if it'll last.
It's
I
pretty
might just
cool.
be like a saturation.
Not even. That's not even something that ever happens over where I come from. People are just taught it from a young age. So that's pretty cool.
Yeah, I guess. I don't know. Magic is. I feel less comfortable using it when I'm less aware of its origins and limitations. You know, things that have been done for thousands of years. Sorcerers, wizards, they all have knowledge. But seeing as I'm the only person who supposedly who can do this, though, I would imagine that what's the name of? It was Elsie's friend. Do you remember?
Which one? Belka?
Yeah, possibly. She seemed quite important. I'd never really interacted with her too much, but yeah, she might be able to do the same thing. The Andlord and the odd fellow from a different plane might still be an issue. I don't know what's going on with that. Regardless, they may be able to do the same things. They were
Sounds
there
like
for the
it's
same amount
your
of time.
sounds like it could be your responsibility to figure out if it's safe.
Yes. The point is, I find with magic, unfortunately, some of the best ways to test it is to do it, and then there's a risk of,
Yeah.
oh, I've exploded, and the entire universe is turning inside out, and magic is, killing everyone. It's a little extreme approach. I understand, but
It's
does worry me.
better that you know its limitations and its extent so that other people don't accidentally do it.
Mm.
I would go out into the forest to practice my magic, and yeah, sure, everything would blow up sometimes, but fine.
forest where the nastiness you were saying comes
Well,
from.
sometimes. I mean, most of the place is forest.
I must admit, part of me is curious about seeing where you're from, just from a, investigation point of view. But I don't know.
Figured
Things
that
are
would
so
be your stance.
things are so volatile at the moment. I feel my personal interest doesn't necessarily override putting a lot of people in danger, yours and ours. I don't know where. It seems mostly that wherever the person arrives is where the danger appears, and I'm sure you don't want to inflict that on your homeland. Even if you did run away, I can't imagine you'd be.
Yeah, to be fair, they're probably equipped to handle it. As long as I don't end up in, residential
Yes.
village or something like that.
Still seems, at the very least, rude.
Yeah.
Plus, I
Yeah,
don't want you
okay.
getting in trouble. I'm sure you have your own law enforcement and such.
Oh, I kind of left that all behind, didn't I?
Yes, but you'd be surprised how these things catch up with you. If you could make it here, then who knows? Maybe they can as well.
Then they'd have to fight the dragons here.
True. I don't know.
I feel like it would be a little extreme if they chased me across the plains.
True, but how would they know that the dragons, the wyverns, appear? I
They'd
mean,
find
no
out
one's
pretty
told them.
quick.
Yes, but I mean that's why I'm saying they do it. No one's told them not to. Do you reckon? I don't mean this to be a rude thing. I apologize if it comes across that way. Do you reckon anyone's noticed you've left?
I mean, I did get a message from my parents earlier.
Hmm? Oh.
Well, they finally realized that I didn't come home and I never showed back up at the school. So they tried to find me and I had to tell them that, well, I can't go home.
How did they talk to you? Your book?
No, messages, they have their own magic that they sent me.
You've never mentioned it before.
It was the first time that they've sent one.
I remember having a discussion about being able to talk to each other and stuff, and you never mentioned being able to talk to your parents. Oh well.
They sent it to me, I can't message back to them unless they send it to me again.
I guess.
Their name would have to be written in my book for me to talk to them.
Strange.
They
Well-
use Insatiagram. I tried. I tried.
Instagram.
Later.
Oh, I see the I tried part now. Wow, that's bad. Wow.
You were
Okay.
so desperate to say anything that you said that.
You know
Probably should have just said nothing. I'm going to be honest.
Oof.
you know why I am the way that I am. Well, why I don't know why I am this way, but you know that I am this way.
Anyway, Zig, it's like he starts to step away. It's like, oh, I don't want to draw a rift. I'm glad that you and Elsie are getting close, but is there a reason why she suddenly made you second in command of some sort? I mean, I'm not
I don't
desperate to be in power. I'm confused about the turnaround.
know. I honestly don't know. I got the book to try to help her become more comfortable with being a leader, and then she asked me to help her lead. I don't want to tell her no.
I'm glad you're making her comfortable. Maybe that was my problem. Maybe I was a little aggressive.
Always seem to try your hardest with her.
She's a confusing girl. Plus, I have no idea how to deal with people.
And that's very clear.
Thank you. Well, I just hope I haven't offended her in any way.
I don't think so.
Maybe.
I think she's just a little confused and overwhelmed right now.
Oh, you don't care. It's just moments like, earlier we had a lovely picnic, just me and her, and Flint's Weasel for a little bit, and then that seemed all lovely, and then later in the day, that thing, and I know I probably shouldn't see too much into it, but it just seems so back and forth. And beforehand, we had a lovely research thing, and then there was a load of days where I think we barely talked about it. I don't really understand where to, I'm
Yeah,
sorry, you don't care at all.
That's not true.
I
mean,
well, it's fine, but I'm sure you're not exactly invested in mine and Elsie's very awkward friendship.
No, but I'm invested in the team, and if that's going to cause some kind of weirdness, I don't want that, do I?
It won't cause any problems with safety.
No, but it's better if we're all happy with one another.
Yeah.
I think she's just overwhelmed and was feeling a little stranded in her leadership.
Yes, I agree, and that's where my confusion honestly lies slightly. When she did say I would be her second in command, why didn't she come to me?
She probably doesn't know how.
Maybe. Well, either way, I'm glad that she knows how to come to you.
Me too.
As she gets
this conversation. Elsie's being so chaotic and inconsistent. I don't understand. She's never like this.
Not actually that like it anymore.
Actually, no,
Is
to
it-
be fair, since she aged 10 years in the space of like a minute, she has grown up.
It's sobering.
Vegas says, I'm just gonna head to bed. I'm sure I'll
Alright.
feel better in the morning.
Hope so.
Have a fun
good
time.
sleep.
Floating.
I will. It's very fun.
And he walks off. The next morning, I mean, unless there's anything you're desperate to do, it's like 11-ish. You know, it's been pre-lunchtime. That excuse my green screen. Look at that wild.
So unprofessional. God.
Profession. Yeah, it's sort of late morning. Sorry, you get over. What's it called? Zarim, and it's not like it's a weird sort of sight from above in that a lot of the environment or topology, I'm gonna get fancy, around Zhen is a lot of mountain ranges and sort of high bits, but a lot of low bits as well. It's almost it's kind of like either really tall or really flat. You know, there's no like gradual hills and ups and downs. You know, just flatland mountain ranges. And Zarim itself is a C-shape, quite almost closed C-shape of mountain range that surrounds a lake that has a fairly obvious city around the edge of the inner edge of the sea. So like the furthest away from the entrance, as it would be, of the sea. Up against the water, going a little bit up the mountain. So you have this sort of interesting look, and it's also very foresty around this lake. So you have this sort of weird city inside of the trees, kind of going up a mountain next to a lake, sort of situation going on. And this is your captain speaking, flies over to the entrance of this sea shape of mountains, outside of the sea shape of mountains, and as he lands, he mentions it's just for safety. You know, they have this protection boundary. There's no real place for you to stop above the city and such. So the safest place to land is just outside of the city. Before you all then go into the city. And you know the classic powering down, stopping near the road.
Plonk.
So, I will be coming down with you.
All right.
Bartlett has volunteered to stay back. He wants to do some cooking work or something.
Fair enough.
Don't remember.
Okay. So what's the plan when we get down there?
Elsie?
Anyone?
I mean, if you guys want to do stuff, go do it. I know I want to go looking for certain things.
I don't really have a plan as such.
Have a
I was
downtime.
mostly planning to go to a tavern and have a little rest.
Sounds like a good idea.
We
We
need
might
to
see
find.
the town of it, wander around, maybe find a temple.
If we find a tavern together, then we know that could be our meeting point.
Sounds
Yeah.
good.
Captain, should we be looking for people for you to transport or items for you to transport as well?
I will find them. Don't worry.
Okay. We really appreciate it. Very nice of you to be working
It's
with
my
us.
business and I get paid.
Fair enough. Okay. I guess we'll just spend a quiet evening or two in town.
He just wanders over and gets to the teleport and just poof, straight down and just starts walking off. Classic him style. I guess that
Wait,
means we
can
go.
we get down? Doesn't he have
Yeah,
the...
Bartlett's ready to press the button.
Oh, okay.
I mean, you can get down
I can.
by
Elsie
just
will go first.
levitating.
Elsie goes first. Bam!
Ray goes
Down to the
after.
ground.
Oh,
Ray lands on her head again.
There's
Yep.
a good boy.
And unit goes down. Well, unit just... You're still a bird. Just flies down.
Yeah.
I don't know. And then Zegith comes down. There's a very obvious road that goes through. It's kind of like any of that like classic Lord of the Rings style thing where you have the gigantic statues, except it's just like gigantic mountain ranges. They're very oddly tall but not massively wide mountains. It's like a gigantic, and I mean gigantic because it's like miles wide, like entrance to this lake, and it's a very impressive view as you look forwards with the city sort of captured by the walls of this mountain range and the water glistening, the two suns reflecting down off it. It's a very impressive look, and there's a very obvious sort of dirt road that goes around the edge. And you're looking at like a half an hour walk to get all the way in, so it's a large way.
Elsie, do you want some company while you're shopping or browsing?
If you want to.
Awesome.
I mean,
I will join you.
I want to go look for a bookshop, seeing as I wasn't able to go into the ones you went to.
Sure.
It's good being in a city where we're not wanted criminals.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I've been wanting to do for a while.
Oh, don't
Which is-
forget my name is. Oh, actually, I can be flinting in here, can't I? I suppose we're far enough away now.
Let's not risk it.
Yeah.
All right, I'll stick to lock then.
This place is beautiful as well.
It's a very pretty.
It is
aesthetic,
very pretty. I've
isn't it?
never been here before.
Neither have I. I don't think any of us have been.
Brand new.
No.
It's not too far from where I live, I suppose. A couple of days travel.
What's the weather like
Oh,
here?
wait.
A little more temperate?
Who's going to say? Oh wait, no, Ray, you've. Never mind.
No.
The weather here is very similar to northern Comanthia, sort of like that autumnal for the Brits, the autumnal sort of feeling. It's warmer but not too warm, bit of a breeze. So a lot of the party will be a lot more comfortable with it. Possibly a little bit. too
It's
warm
almost
for
the
humans.
same. It's almost the same latitude as Elistrian, so it should be perfect for Blint.
It is.
Mm-hmm.
It should be quite warm, actually.
You know what? It's true. I think I was thinking of it like Ecte. I was thinking of Ecte, not Shen. Yeah, you're right. It would be Elestuin. Warmer temperatures.
Damn it.
Temperatures. But you're all wearing your new reflective clothing, so actually you probably don't feel it as much.
No.
I would have changed back to my own.
No,
clothes.
that
This
would have
is my-
been
This
changed
is my
out of-
temperature.
Zegeth's still
I
wearing
know,
it.
I
He
was
likes
still
his
a
new
bit
clothes.
reflective.
Yeah, Zegeth likes his new heat reflective clothing.
Oh,
Oh wait, did you? Oh, you were there. Yeah, he's dressed like Jotaro. Like, come on.
Yeah. I mean, my Flint is,
Jotaro Joseph.
just has the cloak, but for the moment he'll just put the cloak back.
oh
on.
yeah.
But yes, you all sort of end up walking along, and it's very pretty view. Yeah, slightly warm. I reckon by the end of the walk, you get a little bit of a sweat on, not too much. And it's very open sort of entrance. People wandering around. The general like feel of the residents, that's the word I'm looking for, is a complete random mix. There's no race that is more than others. Maybe you feel a little bit more of a presence of elves, and like a touch more from elves, which for historic reasons does actually make sense. But it's still like a very very wide set of different races and such. And no one really pays much attention to you. I think there's a couple who are sort of interested in seeing, a 10-foot Minotaur and Ray with her goat legs, and obviously a giant ant.
Satyr legs,
But,
thank you very much.
Same to you. But they mostly just don't really pay attention to you, and eventually come across a tavern just called the Brick House, which is weird because it's not made of brick.
Yeah.
And
Oh no, it's too real.
it's called the Red Lion. That's a British joke. And or the White Swan. And as you walk up, Zegeth's like, well, base camp?
Sure.
Sounds good.
Okay, that sounds good to me.
Got to find the market then.
When should we meet back here then?
Whenever you're done.
Okay, I'll be a few hours. I'm gonna have a little wander around and poke around the city, see what it's like.
Did I overhear you two saying you're going to the library?
Oh, I want
Bookstore.
to go to a bookstore.
Yeah.
But we do libraries as well.
I bookstore. I don't mind which. I might, if it's okay, pop along as well. I like mine.
You're most welcome.
books.
Sure.
Unit? What's your plan?
I don't really know.
Do you want to come for a walk around the city, have a look and see what we can see?
He's going
Sure.
to go out for a shopping episode.
Or we can't buy anything
Makeover.
because we're too poor.
I guess I don't really know what I'd buy, but yeah, I'll come.
Shall we split the money? 50-50 for now?
Sure, but
Yeah.
doesn't Barty have all the information
No,
on?
he gave it to me before we left.
Just
Okay.
remember, guys, that this is our money at the moment, so don't go OTT.
Well, if anyone finds a job in town, I guess we could also take on something. A little bit of
We
money.
could do with making a bit of money, can't we?
I'm happy to put some money in, but as I said before, I don't have it on me. I have it all elsewhere.
Maybe we should just be a little careful until we can get back to, or until we hear back from Edge on how to make this cure. Still a little pressing, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to be honest with you. I don't actually know how much money we have.
Only
is
like
Alex
1,000,
talking.
isn't it?
I've got like $1,000, I think.
Yeah.
Not much.
Yeah, I thought it would be in Joe's.
It should be.
No,
Maybe he's made a note of it on his own like computer.
Yeah, it might have been. I think it's
I'm
about
thinking-
about 1,200 or something in total.
Enough to buy
Mm.
some books.
Yeah. But either way,
Drop a huge
do
cuddly,
you know where does Flint know where he wants to go?
Not really. He's probably going to head for the temple because he hasn't prayed to Helm for a long time. It's about time he did. And just have a look around the town. He'll keep an eye out for anybody who's in trouble, of course, as always.
Fair enough. So you go for a wander off. I was only asking because if you were more specifically new, we could start with you. But the other three of you wander around for a little bit. It's fairly obvious where the sort of town square is, but it works kind of similar-esque to how Veluna did, where it's grades up. There's no real like main town square type thing. There's just shops around in different places. It's just warmer. And eventually you find a little bookstore, the classic small bookstore, which it's like unnamed. It just has like a picture of a book on like a sign. This is literally all it has. And there's like all these like nice looking houses and this like warped door with like slightly peeling paint on the wood. It's classic. It is called Book. No, it's inventively called Coob. Coob.
We go in.
You go.
I don't know if I
actually,
want to if it's called Coob.
No, you're just looking at the sign backwards. No, Zegith just like struggles to get in. He's like walking sideways through this tiny door. And you eventually walk in. It's just such a tiny little place. Lots of lovely bookshelves. It doesn't smell like musky or horrible or anything. It's actually quite a nice little store. There's a little gnome sitting behind the desk, a female gnome with some glasses, freckles, just sort of sitting there reading her book. As you walk in, she's just like, "You right?"
Hi.
Oh, no. I can't.
What?
It's Bambi's origin story. No.
Is there anything you need?
This Benby's mum.
Yes, Bambi's mum.
Good.
God, that's the accent he goes with. Okay. Alright, give me a second.
I'm just browsing. No, thank you.
Alright, just let me know if you need anything.
I will do.
Distant, you can hear Etch perk up an ear and go, "Oh no."
Oh no. Oh. I was gonna ask, actually, wouldn't Etch have gotten to Quartzia at this point and gotten the information from Jeremy?
Yeah, probably. But you were talking
Jeremiah.
about Bartlett, so we'll deal with that later. I like to because Elsie, you'd probably perk up with the accent and be like, "Oh my god!" But then there's two other people standing there and never saw Bambi.
Oh,
yeah,
that's heartbreaking.
she's finding this bookshop in a bit awkward. One, because she hears Bambi's voice, basically, or accent. And two, she's actually after the book written by Zegith, but he's with her.
Yeah. Now you start wandering around. I mean, you probably split up and look in different areas.
Look for clues.
Zegeth is currently just looking in. He's looking at books to do with like genome and evolution and all the sort of things. To continue his research on this sort of strange unknown goblinoid race to see if anyone knows of it or whatever research you can do.
Ray is looking for a book on the flora of Gel.
Yeah, probably there is like a little a few books, a section on there'd be different books on like sort of areas, sort of more Chimanthian or more northern, the hot things that live in the hots or the more freezing temperatures, but you could probably find a collection that would tell you quite a lot for a good 10 gold, probably a few books, none of them particularly large, none of them particularly in crazy detail, maybe a couple that have like more written detail.
Mostly just looking for things with like general details on the flora and just like general characteristics. Or
I'm sure as you read through it, you realize that a lot of gel, comparatively, a lot of gel vegetation is quite boring.
Yeah. There's no magic in these flowers. What the fuck?
Some of them do. There'll be some that have like some things, but like the proportion is like really low. There's so many things where it's like this is just like up to you. You read this is a plant, and it is also red. That's as far as you really care. You're like, oh.
Elsie goes up to the
Stealth, please.
Huh?
Said stealth. Never mind.
Stealth? What?
I'm assuming she
yeah,
doesn't
no,
wanna...
I get what. Goes up to the gnome and
You're right.
like timidly. So I'm after a book by a certain or anything by a certain author. And I didn't know if you had any here.
Well, I'll need to know the author if you want me to find it.
And she like kind of looks over to Zegeth to make sure he's
Yeah, just completely distracted.
It's by Zegeth Bolin.
All right, I don't know that one off the top of my head. I can do some search. Do you know the name of the book?
Ray's ear goes across the store.
I actually can't remember. What is it?
Do you want to write it down?
Yeah, I think.
Tut.
I don't
No.
think you actually gave a title for it, and that's why you can't remember.
Like really flippant with the title.
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, you did not. You did not.
Did I not? I could have sworn
No,
I did.
I think you came up with something. You said it's probably something like the Dead Zone or Hotspots or the theories.
Hotspots
on
might find them.
There definitely was a book a long time ago when
Yeah, which
you
I
guys
didn't write
initially
down then.
you initially heard of
Theory of
Snake Eater.
interplanar travel or the space between spaces. I've got written down.
Yeah. The only information I have from when you initially told us was Zegeth Bolin, author, from about 10 years ago. Notes on the Dead Zone, how people teleport, time, aging messages, planar hotspots.
Yes,
more theories on
but
connection.
I believe more recently.
Yeah, this is last month. This is the titles you were given us, and that was it.
Yeah. So there you go. You got the titles.
Yeah, but you weren't sure. It says or. You weren't sure which one you had given us, so.
I'm currently
I don't
trying to
think-
find it in my book, but where the hell is it?
Yeah, you couldn't find it last time, and so you made it up again.
I definitely wrote down his name the first time you. Where the bloody hell is it? Oh, there it is. Yep, I didn't write down the title of the book. That's good.
I
At least I
know.
can confirm that I didn't do it the first time.
Hey.
Let's go with whatever the first one, the more complex sounding one was, because it's
Theory of
entirely
interplane
Sega.
travel.
Yes. I tell you what I'll do. It's the theory of interplanar travel and the space between spaces.
Hey, there you go. Now
Yeah,
it sounds like
the
a
space between
dissertation.
spaces is its subtitle.
No, it's the whole thing. It's like a theory paper. You know how they're like really long titles.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hang on, I should write
Theory
this.
of interplane travel
I'm gonna.
and the space between spaces.
The theory of interplanar travel. If you give me a second, I go check that out, and I'll be back.
Thank you.
And she wanders off as it obviously has like a ledger somewhere. Theory.
Ray walks up with a bunch of books on gel in her hand.
I can't believe we're 47 sessions into the campaign and I still haven't lost my notes yet.
Impressive.
and you'll lose them next week.
By
because you said
now, I've
that.
been on like 5 notebooks from last session, last campaign.
Yeah.
You should just go with Simon's thing. If you don't make notes, you can't lose notes.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Easy peasy.
I make this, I just can't read them afterwards.
You
Hey,
said
Elsie,
you
I need
what are you looking for?
note to this session.
Oh,
Went
she's just looking for a
shopping.
book for me.
Did I hear you ask about Zegeth?
Shop.
Yes. He released a book that I want to read.
That's cute.
What's cute about it? I need to do
Not-
research.
If you had to do research, couldn't you
Very
ask him?
efficient.
Certainly, it's better
well,
coming
it-
directly from the source.
I just want to see what he puts in the book so I can then ask him questions about the book.
It's okay if you have a crush on them.
Fucking shit star.
I'm going to look for some other books as well.
You hear from the other side of the shop. I found it.
Oh, just put it on the
Theory
desk,
of
please.
interplanar travel. Your space is. Was that the right one?
That wasn't me.
yeah.
Zorgith Bellin.
Zegith Bolan.
So good.
Here,
I'll give
Yes.
Belen.
No, it's alright. It's alright. Just carry on reading your book.
Oh,
She wanders over and gives you this like absolute tome of a book. Like it's just like
That's fine.
it's like the classic. It's like this kind of thickness, and all of the pages are the like half thickness pages, so that you can fit even more pages. It's like and then of course all the writing is tiny. It's just the most dense, compact tome of
You really
information.
stuck her. She also kind of just goes around and picks up a load of random reading books like thriller, crime, romance, and just has like a pile like this big.
Just can't see over it.
Yeah.
Zegeth comes back with like just one book. It's like, no, they didn't really have what I
Oh,
wanted.
she
but-
also looks for some books for research, like planar stuff.
There's not a lot in there
No.
about the planar research, but yeah, it'll be in the same section as Zegeth's, obviously.
what did you find, Zegeth?
Well, you know, I was trying to find some books to do with, you know, history, you know, of evolution and such. I'm just very interested in those. What do they call them? Remkins.
Rampkins, yeah.
And their origin, mostly from the fact that the you know, goblins can be a bit of a savage race. Although the ones over in Fourth weren't, but that came down to, I think there's some notation on the stones they have supposedly having an effect, because there's like a theory. But then at the same time, you know, they would could not be doing it. So there's some goblins that are much more civilized, but then there's the ones that are less. Then I was just wondering where these
You know,
Remkins
I feel like
came in, because
I feel like you could have a lot of these answers just from interacting with them.
well, yes, but we're not going back anytime soon, so.
No, but
But
something
the point is,
probably-
the fact that they didn't have an obvious shrine to a stone implies against the idea that it's the stones making the goblins intelligent. You know, unless they're completely different. You know, they look the same, but they aren't quite. I mean, elves and humans look very similar, but their genetic makeup is very different. They're not actually that similar at all.
I got books on flowers and plants.
I like flowers and plants.
And
I only
it's
found
just
one book anyway.
really, like,
Elsie,
Really?
where's Elsie? Is she behind this giant pile of books? Oh, she is the giant pile of books. Oh, that's a lot of books. Ah, this one down here, a nice thick book. Looks kind of similar thickness to the one I wrote. Lord knows if they have that here.
Ray,
I could ask, actually.
Ray
Check
makes
if
it for
I
her,
can
sets
find
sets
that.
down her stack of books on the table, looks directly at Elsie and goes, not subtle at all.
Do you reckon they have my book here? They could have mine.
probably not. No,
I think they
don't
do,
have enough
actually.
then.
I should ask.
I imagine you're a
Okay,
very
and she
popular
just
author.
put her pile down on the table to pay for it.
Maybe you should ask the
Oh, right,
nice
that's
lady.
a large pile there you got there. Interesting
Yeah.
books, are we? Christ, you think you've never
yes.
read before?
I like learning and reading new things.
Are
Elsie,
we paying
isn't that the
separately or
how?
together?
Isn't that the how to commit a murder book that I got you back in Ugaram? Why you have it again?
Oh, I like the book, and it's not how to. It's how to get away with the perfect murders. It is a crime thriller. It's not actually telling me how to do it. I wanted to read it because my aunt Elsie used to read it to me all the time, but she missed bits out of the book. And
Your aunt's name is
I've
also
come-
Elsie?
Elsie.
Betsy, I always get it wrong.
You always
Aunt
get your aunt's
Betsy-
name wrong.
No, my aunt Betsy used to read it to me, and she used to miss bits out, and I wanted to read the bits, and then
Do you need two
I-
copies?
I started. No, I started to read the bits, realized what the bits were, and accidentally threw the book, and it got damaged.
I thought you were going to say throw it over the edge of the.
It's
Don't we have multiple people that could mend it?
You can't mend it if it's over the edge of the ship.
Okay.
Did you throw away the book?
Accidentally, I was a bit taken
Clumsy.
aback by what was written.
What did you expect? The book is about murder.
It wasn't the murder I was on about.
What bits were you on about?
How
Doesn't
much
matter.
for all these
Anyway,
books
Are you paying together or is it separate?
together? I
play
think.
together.
Right, well, these three were 10, some of these were 15, and then this stack here, let me just calculate down, you'd be looking at that one. That is 68 gold, if you don't mind.
Okay. There you go.
Oh no.
Just make a note of how much you're spending, and then we'll get you to
68.
68. 68
Alright.
gold. Oh, thank you very much.
Alex, we're gonna need the title of every single one of those books that Elsie pulled, please.
Yeah. It.
He
You
muted
don't have to
himself
call them now, but I do want a couple of like book names.
for the podcast. Alex has muted himself and is now doing a bit. And then he's unmuting himself every once in a while to make it seem like he's losing connection. And he's back.
You can't hear me? That's a shame. I just said them all.
Alex,
I would like a handful of names of books that she's bought at some point.
Here's the thing.
At some point. I don't mean right now.
Seeing as Elsie's the one who picked them all out, you can name them if you want.
Yay! Okay. How many books did I buy?
If you're
Or do
a
I
big
just
stack,
choose that as well?
I reckon there was about anywhere between like 15 and 25, depending on how big the books were themselves.
I like to imagine that Zegeth's book still stood out because it's a thick boy.
Oh yeah,
Yeah. It's just luckily it's one of those that doesn't really have like a name on the side of it, so it's just like real tiny on the front and like really boring hardcover.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It's Zegeth. It's just like a brown book.
Yeah. He's like, ah,
and as you're walking,
perfect
out,
size.
she's like, "All right, hope you have good luck with the one by Zorgith Bullen."
Thanks!
And as you walk out, Zegeth's like, "Oh, weird. I've never heard anyone with a similar name to mine."
Yeah, strange. And Elsa's
Yeah,
still struggling
strange.
to carry the book. But
No,
she
I'm
won't
sure.
let...
I'm sure at this point, Zegeth's just like picked them all up, and he's just
No.
completely oblivious.
She will not let him take the bottom book.
No, well, I mean, you can do, but he would have just like, as it dawned, like picked them all up, not looking at a single one of them, just cradled them all and just be walking away.
Hey.
Oh, okay.
Elsie,
Hmm?
just a reminder,
Yeah?
rule number 1 is engage in honest, open communication.
Yeah, I know. We don't need to do that right now. Oh, I did want to go get a pen, actually.
Sure, then probably have them in the store.
In the
You want-
bookstore.
Do you want?
Might do.
Yeah, there was a little jar up on the front. Do you want
Yeah,
to go
did you
grab
ever see
one?
the little jar had some quills in it and some other things.
No, I want a nice one.
I'm not sure where we'd buy pens.
Is there a
Surely
pen around here?
there's a stationery shop somewhere, surely.
Possibly.
Possibly
look.
the Works or Ryman's.
No. It's not called. Come on, if you're gonna do a bit like that, you have to call it like the efforts or something.
Functions.
The Job.
Do not long. It's so chaotic.
Meanwhile, see, I'm gonna get in there beforehand. As you've done that. Where did Flint and Unit get off to?
I mean, Unit would just be happy to just kind of he would just be walking, essentially aimlessly.
Mhm.
So
Exactly. So the walk
Wherever
in
her friend
towards I'd be sort of looking for a temple, also for the sort of poorer area of the city. See if anybody's in trouble, anybody needs help.
Not really a
have a wander around.
poor area of the city. That doesn't really like you can't really find like a slums. It's all just like pretty nice areas. You can find a temple though, of course. It's not a temple to your own god. You don't know who it's a temple to. It doesn't say. But you know you can wander in, and there's just like a general unit will stand there awkwardly whilst you.
What I'll say to do, dude, I just need to. I haven't said hello to Helm for a while. So I know you're not into that kind of thing. So if you want to just have a wander around, I'll meet you outside in a few minutes. Or you can come in if you want to, of course. I'm sure they'll be quite welcoming.
I'm good, thank you. I'll stand here.
Okay, I'll be like 10 minutes. So I'll just go and say hello to the priest. And so I wonder, is there a sort of priesty kind of person?
Yeah, there's a few people in here, and you know, there's as you walk in. Currently, there seems to be like a vague sermon going on, not like a proper big one, but there's there's a priest at the front talking about again, it's just a god you don't know. You didn't hear the name. I can't bother to come up with it. And a lot of people sort of sitting and listening. So if you want to, you can sort of just pop a seat in, just sort of near the back.
Yeah, I'll do that. I'm not going to go disturb them. So, is there a sort of some kind of poor box or that kind of thing?
Yeah, there'd be a little.
So I'll get a
There's
couple
little
of gold in the
slots.
poor box.
A couple gold. Write it down.
Yeah, exactly. Who's is that? Was that
30.
30? So when she gets back, I'll.
30. Hey,
When she comes back, don't worry.
I didn't know she knew invisibility.
If she's levitated.
I think she also casts silence.
Must have done. It's a weird combination, but
Wonder which one she did first. I mean, I guess it would have had to have been or invisibility. Greater invisibility.
No,
even.
it would have had to be
Mm.
it would have had to be silence because then we couldn't hear her also cast invisibility.
But then she couldn't have cast invisibility.
Yeah.
Could she not?
No, 'cause
Not in
she's
silence.
Because she can't say it. That's true.
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
Buddy, what do you think?
She ended greater invisibility.
Well, Purdy, come on, what's your opinion?
What?
They're just
Well,
being
She couldn't
rude.
hear us. She couldn't hear us. It was silenced.
But I tell you what, if she can't, I'm going to just go for the attack.
What?
I had to run away. Sorry, I had a delivery.
They just want you to mark off some gold.
Purdy
Yeah.
had to go and
Okay.
do a delivery.
I'm
How much gold?
It's midwife
just
now.
putting a couple of gold in the 2 gold in the poor box.
Oh, box.
And then you walk outside,
It's
Unit's
just a
still
meaning
standing there.
name.
Unit's still standing there, probably staring.
I literally, unit has not moved. There have been people walking past, and unit has not moved.
Mm-hmm.
He said he would
Okay.
stand there, and he stood there. There's like a cart trying to get past.
So,
do you mean if you could just move out the way? I'm trying to. Hello? Hey, hello?
Flinty's going to just offer up a quiet prayer to Helm, and also to his fiery family wherever they are.
Just hearing
Hoping
from out,
they're well.
hearing outside.
Oh,
what's going
cart.
on? Is there someone in the way? Why is there someone in the way? Can you move out the way, please? You're in the way of the carriage. You can't get
Oh,
past.
sorry, Helm. I'm going to have to go. I think I'm needed outside. You look after my family wherever they are. Yeah,
Hey,
and I'll
Hey, why are you
I'll come
ignoring
back
us?
outside again. Oh, unit. Should we go then? Should we?
Oh, there you are. Cool.
That's all. Let's
Just as soon as Flint appears, he's just like, oh,
Right.
Sorry. He's new to town. He's just interested in the architecture. No, it
He's
is.
interested in getting in the bloody way.
Hey, well, nice to see you, Baytool.
What?
They would know that. Oh, it depends where they are. I suppose.
Maybe they probably would. He didn't
Yeah.
know. Anyway, you wander off further on. Is there any other shops that? Oh, obviously, you want to go to a stationery shop. That's indeed. Do you want to go to?
stationery shop. Yeah, it's just a shop that doesn't move.
While we're wandering through the
Not
city,
Harold Moving Council.
are there any large, like official-looking buildings that would be for like leadership of some kind?
As you're wandering around, yeah, I reckon you go past the town hall. A big, grandiose-looking building with a big clock on the front of it. You know, sort of one big spire, and then 2 sort of side buildings that have those mini spires on them and all this kind of stuff.
When we walk past it, I'll just say, "I'm going to take a quick look around this area. I just want to see the town hall." Meet you at the
Do you wanna
tavern?
meet us in there?
I'd
Yeah.
be interested in seeing the town hall though. We can go have a look.
Sure.
I'll be.
Just want to see it.
I will. We'll be heading back towards the inn at this point.
The brick house.
Brick house, yeah.
Any of the big areas like this, like the castle and Cortia, have been very pretty. So I
Alright,
figure I'd take it in.
Impressive architecture. Unlikely we can get in though. It is an
Oh.
official building, it seems.
Oh,
There's
it's not for.
Couple people
Sorry.
standing in front there.
I'm
Maybe
appreciate it
it's
from
kind of hard
you.
to ask, can it?
Maybe they do tours like they did in that other town that we were in. I hope they don't have an adventurers guild.
I don't know. I haven't seen Adventurers Guild.
I don't know if they're all as up their asses as they were in Kugaram, but
They don't seem to be. I don't think anyone could be as up their ass as they are in Kugaram, though.
fair enough, yeah.
You're walking up the stairs towards these guards.
Yeah.
Yeah. One just sort of stop. They're holding onto the spears. Classically, puts out a hand like, "All right, gonna have to stop you there. What's your business?"
Do you do tours here or anything like that? Just wanted to admire the architecture here.
Not usually.
Is there anything we could do to have a tour? Anybody that could guide us around and show us? Tell us a little about the history around here.
Usually, you need to have some kind of appointment with someone. I can ask.
Sure, yeah,
guess.
I'd appreciate that.
We got some names.
This is Zeget, and I'm Ray.
And
Oh, and Elsie. She's being very quiet, unusually.
right, I guess I'll go in. And he unlocks the door, walks in, closes it. The other one's just standing there like, "So, you're obviously not from around here?"
No? I'm all over.
What's the reason for your visit?
Just stopping by. We were on the ship and the captain had to stop. So we're appreciating the sights.
Ship? We're not near the coast.
Airship.
Yep.
Airship? Oh, one of those fancy things? No. I ain't never seen one of those before. No, I've seen them fly over, but I ain't seen one up close. Fancy supposed to be.
We had to stop outside of town.
Oh yeah, I guess that. There's not really any places to stop near here.
I mean, I imagine we'll be here for a little while, so like
Yeah,
30
although I
minutes
don't know-
outside of town.
I don't know how you land one of those things. They could look like they'd fall over if you put it on the ground.
Yeah, they just kind of float
We
there.
don't.
They float. Huh. That's interesting.
So have you been working here long?
Maybe not that long. It's only like 4 years.
It's pretty long.
What do you mean? Not that long.
4 years ago, I was 15.
4 years ago, I was
Oh, you are?
136.
4 years ago, I was 15.
It's true. And
But
4 years
yes.
ago, 4 years ago, I was 136.
4 years ago, I was.
I'm now 29.
Did you say you're now 29?
Don't ask. It's a long story.
Is that like? I don't mean to be rude, but like, because I'm an elf, and so I'm gonna live, that's why I'm that old. But like, is there some other? Is it like dog years?
Yes.
All right. So you have different. A day's shorter for you.
Yeah, well, no, I experienced the days the same as you. It just counts as like several more days.
Right. So you must sleep a lot then.
Yeah.
Oh, I think that sounds exhausting.
I
Did you get any
never
work
sleep.
done? That sounds even more exhausting.
That's all.
You must
I
sleep a lot. Yes, that sounds exhausting.
I don't know about that.
Yes, that was the joke.
Okay.
Wow. I don't know. I couldn't do that. I joined the city guard mostly because my ma said I'm not that clever. Couldn't really prove
I
her
get
wrong
that.
though.
That's
What?
My ma said, well, my pa said that, and I'm now a researcher.
Well, that's good. Prove
In
him wrong,
training.
right? Prove him wrong. I might prove my ma wrong one day. Maybe.
My parents said the
Yeah.
only way
Just
I
don't
could
kill her in
be
the
useful is if I
process.
joined the guard.
Sorry, you're both talking at the same time there. I have no idea.
Yeah.
What did you say?
Just make sure she doesn't die before you get the chance.
Unlikely she's 300. She'll live until she's like 900.
Yeah, you elves, I don't quite get you, Agent.
Well, you see, we born at 0, and then we live until like 900. Maybe
Also, you
some
want
get
to
to
be
1,000.
born in the city that's majority elves?
Yeah. My best friend is an
Ooh.
elf. I still
Oh.
don't understand how she ages.
Well, it's nice to say so,
Oh.
but I don't think I'm your best friend yet.
Do you think your friend is coming back, or
Maybe, don't know.
not like
I
lunch
hope
break
she
time?
is. I don't want her to stay with Lord.
Who's Lord?
Oh lord.
My teacher.
Oh, wait, so you're best friends with your teacher? It's awkward.
No, my best friend is currently with my teacher.
That awkward.
That's what I just said.
No, I'm not best friends with my teacher. My best
Oh.
friend is with my teacher.
That's what I said. Is your best friend is with your teacher? It's a weird. It's awkward. It's like a weird pairing.
Really?
Does that mean do you have like lots of meals together and such then?
No. Why would we have meals together?
Well, if they're like together and then you're like friends, I mean, you know, you'd have to see your teacher quite a lot outside of being taught.
Not really. He's only making us better.
Hey, if what is
Well,
if we
I guess you could say that everyone that you're with can make you better. That's true.
could we
No.
set an appointment
No,
with
he
you to go on a
Physically
tour?
making her better.
Could we set an appointment with you to go on the tour?
Not really. I'm not important enough for that.
You're
I'm sure
important to
you
us.
are.
No, I get in trouble. It's fine.
Right.
As you're talking, the door cracks open and a familiar face sticks out, and who goes, "Elsie?" It's Bambi's face.
Holy shit.
Hey!
Oh my god! He steps up. Zega's like, "What is going on? What the?
How are you? How have you
What are
been?
you
Why are
doing
you
here?
here?
Why am I here? I came
Well-
home actually.
Ah, well, you remember Unit?
I remember you that.
Yeah.
I'm not here
We're
though.
going to go help his family. We
That's
need to stop here
nice.
on the way.
That's nice. Well, you remember that receptionist?
Yeah.
Yeah, right. We're married now.
That's
Moved
amazing.
back. I got a nice little position here. I went from selling stuff in a market stall to well, I'm actually only a receptionist, but don't let it judge me.
Hey, anything's
right.
an improvement.
A PA. I think it's called a PA. I don't know what it stands for, but that's what I am.
Oh right, that
Prince
is what.
Albert.
Oh, I'm so happy for you.
Nice.
Oh, if only Etch was still with us, he'd love to see you.
I'm sorry, who?
Did Edge die?
No. He's still
Oh.
alive. He just went back home. He decided
right.
to stay at home when we last visited.
Who
And
is this?
who are these two?
Oh, this is Ray and this is Zegith.
Very nice to meet you.
Hey?
This is Bemby. We met him on one of our travels.
Mhm.
Amazing guy. I absolutely love him to bits.
Awesome.
Always a great time.
So, are you important to give us a tour?
Oh no, I'm here to say you can't have a tour. I'm afraid.
Oh.
I know it's bad news, but I can't do that.
Not even for friends.
Suppose I'm not in that high of a position.
Oh. Well, if you get a chance, we're going to be stopping by the brick house if you want to come have a drink with us and see
Right, might do.
Flint.
Mm. Well,
See Flint and Unit and yeah.
Right. Nice. Right, I should probably get
Awesome.
back to work though.
Yeah. Amazing. Love to see you again. See you later.
Alright. Goes back inside, and the guy comes out again. He's sorry.
all right.
What are you sorry for?
You can have the tour.
Oh, I got to see Bemby. I'm happy now.
Who's Bambi?
The receptionist?
Oh, him. Mm.
Wow,
guess,
you don't
like-
even know his name.
No, I guess here he uses his full name.
Oh, and that is.
He's Bembleton.
Oh yes. Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
Nice.
Well, yeah. Nice meeting you all. See you later.
Oh dear. As you walk away, it's just like, I am so confused.
Thank you for that gift. Thank you for that gift. Okay, well, I
Wow.
guess stationary stop then.
Yeah. Well, anyway, what were you saying, Circus?
I was just saying I'm very confused. I don't have much of an idea what just happened.
So the guy who came and told us that we couldn't have the tour is a old friend of ours back when. Have I ever told you about when Velka got sick?
Which time?
Like the first time.
I don't think so.
Oh well, we were out traveling and she kept stealing stuff, so they made her sick. And he was living in the town that made her sick.
So, okay, fair enough. Where was
Really
this?
nice guy. Where was it again?
An enemy to friend situation?
Oh no, he was always a friend. He helped us from the beginning, and he met his now wife through us, kinda.
That's weird.
Why is that weird?
I mean, just you're there for a different purpose, and then somehow I don't know.
Love always
Well-
finds a way.
Even if that way is killing a doctor and chopping him up into tiny, teeny pieces.
She didn't chop him up. She bashed him about till he turned into puree, and then put him into a body bag.
Which is
and then put him
different
into a
from
bag of
chopping him
Colgate.
up.
Exactly. Come
I
on, get
think
your terminology right.
She did rip his
Yeah,
head
it
off.
wasn't chopping, it was blending. God.
Yeah.
We threw him in the air fryer. Come on.
I'm pretty sure she bit his head off.
Yeah.
She might have done actually.
Yeah.
Anyway, to the stationery shop.
Fancy pants.
You had 1,944 gold.
Oh, he messaged you back.
Mm-hmm.
How much debt are we in?
Well,
Oh,
we've only
book
spent
buy.
70 so far.
Well,
Okay.
so
Just
far.
write down 1944 and then start minusing from there with your 70, if you can do the maths. So yes, you all head back towards the.
Really?
Rude.
That is so rude. I kept track of the group gold last time.
Pretty sure you kept track of it for a little bit and then delegated that to Greg.
No, in the other campaign, I was in
Yeah.
charge of it. And then Greg was in charge of it this campaign.
I
That's
remember.
right. That's
I
right.
wouldn't trust Greg. He can't add his D20s together usually, or his D6s together usually.
You're so rude today.
Boo, 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 boo.
Well, I have to channel all of my nice energy into Bemby, so it sort of, ricochets back like an elastic band.
I'm so happy Bemby's back.
Is it really Bemby though? So anyway, you all head back towards the brick house.
I want to go
And there's a
stationery
feedback.
shopping.
You all head back to the stationery shop.
Thank
Pick
you.
up a pen and then head to
Sorry,
the break.
Simon.
You find like a very, very fancy stationery shop. That's called like Worthington's Stationery Needs. And inside is an Aarakocra, owl-based Aarakocra, dressed in a very nice
There are
suit.
alpha.
Owl Cocra.
Is that owl folk? What's the difference between an owl?
Also,
folk and
owl
an
folk
Aarakocra?
exist already, yeah.
I don't know.
Okay, he's
I
one of
think-
those. So he looks like an owl. And he he's walking. He's like, "You right? Can I help you with something? Why are you laughing at me? Is there something on my beak?
a very funny
I'm
image.
looking.
I'm still waiting for right, you are my love.
I think I missed a joke.
I am looking for a pen, please.
We've got many of those. What kind of pen are you looking
Preferably
for?
one that looks like this.
We could probably do one like that. What is that? Custom.
Well, this one is, yeah, but I don't mind if the one I want isn't custom.
Well, we got a bit of a range. We can let's see what we've got. And he starts wandering around. We've got this one over here. He takes out like, your basic I can't remember any of the brands in England. Like you Parker pen, you pop in the ink cartridge type thing. It's not the greatest, but it's pretty cheap, about 10 gold for that. Do the job. You'll need to buy the replacement cartridges for it and stuff. Fairly easy to find, common brand and all that. We got a little bit more up here. You've got this slightly nicer one. See, it's got a little bit more of a fancy. It's like a deep green and has like some little gold bits on it. It's a bit nicer. Still, the nib's not like in perfect order. This is a sort of a dip in one. You have to get the pots of inks and write it out like that. Can be nice though. A little bit more up here. You got another a nicer one. This is using some rare metals, and you see you got a little jewel in the end there. This one will be running you about 500 gold. And I can put an engravement in the metal on this one if you really wanted me to. That would cost an extra 50. And then if you wanted to go all the way out, depending on your range, we've got the ones up the tops. You know, the proper big brands, those that you could use, which is between 1,000 and 2,000 gold if you wanted to spend that for it. You know. But those like the proper special nibs, like those are the ones that don't run out of ink and all that kind of stuff.
How much is the green one?
Green one. Was that the second one? This one in particular is 53 gold.
And how much was the cheapest one?
10.
Can I have 2 of the 10 ones, please?
It's just like, oh, you don't get the cheapest one. Don't worry about that.
Oh, look, we don't have the money for any others.
Well, how about we? Okay, well, get this one for now. But we'll go when we can get back to my bank. I'll buy you one that's much nicer. If you're gonna research, you gotta have one of the nicer pens.
Thank you. That means a lot. Yeah, can I have two of this one, please?
You want some replacement cartridges for that as well?
Yes, please.
All right, that'll be all together 23 gold.
Okay.
Very nice. Anything else?
Thank you. No, that's it.
All right. Just take us at the moment, it's just like looking at some pieces of paper, just like admiring the grade of the paper or something like that. It's like, ooh, very nice.
Alex, I think
Kind
you'd
of-
really love Retail King.
Is this pressed in city, or is this brought in from elsewhere as you're trying to leave?
Ray's
Like if
just
you-
floating there and falling asleep.
Do you want that paper?
Oh no, I have better paper, but I'm just interested.
Oh, okay. Is there anything you want in the shop?
Nothing I should need.
You sure?
Mhm.
Okay. Can we go to the tavern?
Of course we can.
Let's go then.
And you head back to the tavern. And
You
on that
left
note,
Ray
I'll have
behind.
a little break. We'll have a little break. Shopping.
I do have
I didn't
to
even buy anything.
go like right on time today.
That's fine.
No.
Yes.
Well, then let's have like a short break. We'll get back to as quick as you can.
What
Have
time are
to-
you heading for? Quarter
I have
past?
to head out at 1.
So you
What
wanna
time
have
is it now?
11.
Okay.
Let's aim to get back at about 4:10. But if you're a little bit late, I won't blame you too much.
5 minutes. I'll give it a go.
I'm not moving.
I'm sure you'll be all right.
I need a
I wish I
coffee.
was back in a
guys.
second.
Coffee.
Burb. Where's Burb?
There we go.
Hello.
Okay.
She wasn't leaving, and then I mentioned the word cheese, and she leaves.
Why? Because you told me to bring this?
Yeah. I said, Greg, put some kind of cheese on it, and she goes, ooh, and then runs away. And came back to the stream, Simon chopping up a doctor. No, Simon talking about how previously we have chopped up a doctor.
Alex, you were very rude.
Mm-hmm.
But you could send those messages at any time.
Yes, I could.
I was sat here the whole time going, there's no need for me to go downstairs. And then you mentioned about Greg having food.
I'll finish chewing, and then we can get back to it. I would put the chewiest thing in the fucking world, don't I?
Yes, you do.
Come on. Right. What's Purdy doing? Purdy?
Hmm?
You right?
Yeah.
We're gonna we're gonna keep going.
Well, we're still
Yes.
on break.
Nope.
Oh, okay. Give me 2 seconds then.
1.
2 very long seconds.
Yeah.
1.
Wiggle room.
1.5. 1 3/4.
Why did they all have to be Benby, Alex? Why?
How can be?
Oh, come on.
They all have the same accent. I believe that's what you call racism. Just saying.
Sorry, I had to get past that level.
You had to get past that level.
Yeah, it's been bugging me for ages.
That's what the holdup was.
Yeah.
Purdy playing a mobile
A
game.
mystery game.
Okay. Well, no, that's not how I started. Before, in the previous before the break, no, before the break, basically shopping episode previous by a wonderful group meeting where it was kind of awkward, kind of selecting who's the new leaders, but not really being solid on it, and going in classic Strangeling style, previous by Elsie and Ray having a conversation where Ray seemed oddly distracted, but they still managed to have some form of conversation that I'm sure Elsie wasn't suspicious in any way of. Is that good?
Sure.
Yeah, you fuck.
Megid got pissy that he's no longer second in command.
No, he didn't. Zegith got confused. Zegith and Ray had a conversation where Zegith was like, I don't understand how to do this anymore. Anyway, you went into the shops. Well, I should say Flint went to Pray to Helm. The other guys got some books. They got some pens. And they tried to look at the town hall, but unfortunately were unable to. But they did meet an old friend that was Benby, or right, PA and all that kind of stuff. And Greg is annoyed at me for making everyone have the same accent, and Purdy was playing a mobile game, which is why the break took longer than usual. So,
Shorter than usual.
her face. It's all for the reaction. It's all for the reaction every time. Right. You all meet up back. It's later in the day now. At what is called the Brick House, a nice little tavern. It's not like an incredible place, but it's kind of cozy. It's got some like exposed wooden beams. It's got a nice fireplace that sort of sits and is crackling away. Actually, no, it wouldn't be because it's too warm. A nice fireplace that isn't on fire, because why would it be? In fact, you know what? I'll warm myself up a second time. It has a nice fireplace that is burning cold fire and cooling everyone down.
Yes.
Boom.
Magic
Nailed it.
fire.
What if there were exposed wooden beans, though, and this place is very well known for their exquisite bean recipes? Especially their 3-bean rice.
The 1 bean rice. No, yeah, they have exposed beams, and it's just really nice. There's like a bar, and there's some some people behind the bar serving everyone. It's not massively full, but it seems like a fairly popular place. You find a seat and sit down and sort of generally have a little relax. I'm sure you grab some whiskeys or meads or
Wine.
ales or something. Wine. Have a little sit down, and Zegeth.
Because Flint can't drink his dwarven beer anymore because he doesn't
No.
like it. But I don't know if he's tried the whiskey since the other fire whiskey.
Yeah, he probably wouldn't like
Doesn't
that either,
change.
to be honest.
He'd like something sweet now. So it'd be
Yeah,
something
it's a cocktail.
I'll be drinking whatever Ray drinks.
yeah. I mean, I'm thinking he'd sort of go to the. In fact, he'd have to go to the bartender and say, yeah, "Hello, I just I'm not quite sure what I want, to be honest. What have you got? Some sort of sweetish sort of drink, perhaps, sort of, I don't know, liqueur or
got-
something like that."
We've got honey mead. Maybe.
Yeah, I'll try some of that. Sounds nice.
All right.
I like honey.
Hands it over to you.
Yeah.
Yeah, Elsie would be drinking wine, probably not enjoying it, but
An earthy wine. Probably a pretty bitter.
yeah. Taking sips like lovely. Zegeth just gets like a water because he's Zegeth, and I'm sure Unit's just sitting there without a drink.
Hey,
Um,
probably get the honey mead the moment he heard honey.
Yeah.
Maybe,
Yeah,
maybe he
honey,
would. But I'm
yeah.
not going to make that decision for him. He'll sit down, and Zegeth, when he sits, is like, "So, did you find whatever you're looking for, Flint? Did you find out have a good time?"
I found a temple. And,
We found
I found a temple.
We
you know,
found
and
it.
just,
which
Well,
accent you
yeah.
going for now, eh?
you know, I picked up the
I found
accent for some
temple.
reason.
You get affected by these accents very quickly, don't you?
Yeah, no time at all. Yeah, I found a temple, and I've offered up a little prayer to him. I couldn't talk to the priest; he was busy. We had a little walk around. It was very pleasant. Yeah, very pleasant. Didn't do much, to be honest. How about you? Do you get whatever you were looking for?
Books, pens. We weren't able to get into the town square, town hall.
Oh, that's a shame. I was gonna see if we could go. I did notice it earlier on. It looks quite.
No, it was,
It
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 was
was
an impressive
beautiful from
building.
the outside. It was very pretty.
An impressive
Oh,
building.
that's a shame. Oh, never mind.
Seems like they weren't happy for people to come in though. So
Did you ask? I
I
mean,
guess it
did
doesn't
you-
matter. Oh yeah, we asked.
Oh.
And guess who told us that we
Mhm.
couldn't go in?
Yeah, the guards were silly. He didn't seem too intelligent.
So it's the guard told you then, eh?
Yeah.
No, somebody else told us.
Somebody was walking past, perhaps. I don't know. The mayor?
It'd be fun if it was the
Bendy.
mayor though.
Benby. You mean Benby?
Benby.
Well,
Bembleton?
my
Yeah.
goodness gracious me. What's he doing here?
Benby's moved here with his wife.
His wife? Well, that's fantastic news. Oh, he was so helpful. Well, he tried to be anyway.
Bless him.
It's a little
He
lost.
might come and meet us.
Yeah, well, yes.
Oh, yes, that'd be great. I'd love to. Well, of course, you probably wouldn't recognise me now, would he? Oh, I'll soon.
Yeah, I did accidentally tell him that you were with us.
Oh, it's okay. I mean, to be honest, I keep making the same mistake, but I haven't told anybody yet. My name's so for the moment I'm being locked, But I'm sure.
It'd be a
for time
little
it'll
weird
fine.
if you told people that you're with them. Wouldn't they already know when? Because you're the one telling them.
I'm afraid I'm not one of the brains. You have to ask Zegeth that kind of question. He's the one with the brains.
What?
See, told you.
Are you sure you don't want anything to drink, Fergus?
I'm fine. Water's fine. Tasty.
Do you want to try some of this wine?
I'm not really into wines as much. I mean, I guess I could have a little.
You're quite
Yeah.
welcome to try some of this honey.
I just
mead.
straight away
It's,
pass my
very nice.
glass over to him.
he takes a sip. He's like, it's around earthy. I could normally go for like a. So if I was going to go for any wine, it's normally a dessert wine. It just passes it back over to you.
Really? That's like
Yeah.
that's like something tame from what we'd have back home.
You mean more or less bitter?
Much more bitter.
Fair enough. So it reminds me of the dwarves have a what do they call it again?
I can tell you, but I'll have to look it up. It's called.
Locknose. They have a very bitter beer type thing.
I still like the fruity notes. I just like when it's a
Would
little
you
more
like
the earth.
a honey mead instead?
No, I'm okay.
New brew. nil brew to stuff.
Hmm. No worries.
Nil brew. I used to love that, but after my my little accident with the dying and all that, I seem to have lost the taste for it now. It's a bit of a shame, really. But I do like this. Yeah, try this. It's a bit sweet. So this is called honeymead.
As I said to Elsie, I'm alright. I not feeling the drinking tonight. No, for
No,
no
fair
particular
enough.
reason. I just not one of those evenings.
Yes, of course. I understand what you mean. That's fine.
You're
Right, you want
okay.
I can make you a cup of tea if you like, or a hot chocolate.
Oh, yeah, I'm fine. I just don't fancy any alcohol.
No, it's not just the alcohol. Just I don't know. You seem a bit off.
Do I?
Yes, Greg, it's a button.
No.
All I see you go like this.
I like
with
playing
the
with
button.
it.
Yep.
Look, it's a button.
Do I seem off?
Yeah.
I didn't notice anything. But then again,
Not really.
I'm not so sensitive as Elsie is. That's what makes you a good leader, I suppose. You wouldn't notice these things. So what's that then, Zegeth? Are you all right?
Fine.
Well, that's good news. Right, what should we do then? You want to fancy a game?
I was gonna have. You can let the awkward silence ring a little bit more. The awkward silence
turn
rings
around.
before you just hear "You're right."
Yay.
MB,
yeah.
hello. Nice
Why?
to see you.
Well, when you recognize two of you, Unit, Elsie, nice.
Yeah, I'm gotta keep my voice down a little bit. It's me, Flint.
Well, it's
I had a
nice
bit
to
of
meet
a-
you, Flint. We used to know someone called Flint. I think
let's
we,
take
we, we met him.
That's
Yeah.
right.
Lovely
I,
him.
that's-
Lovely
that's-
him.
That's
Can I
me.
sit down and have a drink then?
I got killed, you see, and I came back.
Oh, you
like
got
this,
killed. That's terrible news. No, I haven't been killed.
I
I
wouldn't
don't go on adventures like I'm sure your group does.
I was going to say I wouldn't recommend it, but it was actually quite interesting. I got to meet my parents and everything. But anyway, I used to be taller and black skin with this sort of orange eyes and all that. Do you remember?
All right, yeah. I used to know someone who's like that, but I don't know what
Right,
happens.
you helped us out a lot.
Yeah, you have no idea.
This man's
I'll have a
giving
honey
every
mead,
opportunity.
please.
There you go. You see, there's a man with taste.
Yeah, I do have tastes. Yeah, on my tongue.
Where it's just
But
kind of been
taste good.
You know.
buried in her nature books and just like, these flowers are all really boring.
Which
Nothing.
flowers? I tell you what, really
All
nice
of
flower
these-
to have. It's called a fire tulip. Lovely
Oh?
thing.
Where's that?
Oh, you'll find him around the lake.
What do they do?
What do you mean? What do they do?
They have special properties? Are they bright? Do they shine? When you...
They're like a reddish color, and they smell quite nice.
Pretty.
That's what I
Smell
mean.
like a wood fire.
Well, that's interesting. Right. Yeah, most of the
Not
flowers
great
here
if
just
you,
seem to exist, though they don't really...
What else are you supposed to do?
Oh, right, you're not... Never mind. It's too much to get into.
All right.
I've got to be honest.
It's
I'm
lovely
lost
meeting
to go
you
of them.
Hmm?
What, sorry?
It's lovely meeting again. Can't stick around for long, unfortunately. Got to get back
Oh.
and such. But just have a drink. What you been up to then, huh? Last I saw you were being all sneaky, and I don't really know what happened. I'm gonna be honest.
Oh well, yeah. Our friend got better,
Good.
and then
yeah,
she
well-
got another sickness.
Oh no, that's not good. Prone to it, I see.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
that's good.
Apparently so.
I got killed,
Yeah.
and I got better.
Flint got killed. We went back to my hometown, and Etch decided to stay behind.
All right.
We met Zegith on the way.
Oh, yeah.
And we're on the way to
Yeah,
help
just
you.
been traveling.
These people now, because I don't know if we ever told you, but these people have got a bit of a sickness, and we're on the way down south to give them a hand.
Very kind of you. Always helping people out, eh?
Oh,
Lovely.
we do have. Yes.
Mostly,
Glad.
are you like a traveling doctors or something? You're always helping people when they're sick.
No, we're just the strangelings. We do what we need to do.
What do you need to do?
Right now,
Well,
it's help
Help
units people.
where they need us.
Oh, right.
Oh, we like to help people where we can.
Which is always nice to do. I try to help people. I do charity work in the weekend.
Oh, that's a
That's
very
nice.
good thing extra. That's really good. What sort of thing do you do?
Well, depends on what's needed. Sometimes we make food. Sometimes we cut lawns. One time I had to help out with a dentist. That was a strange one. That
The dentist. Oh, that's
it's
gosh.
dangerous. It's dangerous.
Well, I don't think I'd fancy that very much.
Out of curiosity, I don't really know anything about this area. What's like the history of this area, or how?
I
how's
don't know
it
the
run?
history too much, if I'm honest. I mean,
Sure.
Zaram's been around for a while. I mean, I was born here. I came back here. It's been protected by these mountains for a long time. That's why it's so strong, I guess. Used to have a king, I think, but not anymore. It's all political stuff. I don't really pay attention to that. No, I moved away when I was quite young, though. My family brought me when I was like 12. I came back now, just like a year ago.
Why don't you come
Well,
back?
however long would make sense. Why? I don't really fancy the difference, I was, talking to that receptionist and stuff, and I realized I wasn't actually making that much money when I was selling wooden jewelry. Not much of a market for it, So we decided to just up and leave, what we got, and then I came back here, got a job, and it's nice to be back near home.
Fair enough.
But your wooden jewelry was so nice.
Well, yeah, it's nice you think that, but not many people wanted it.
Do you still make
I
it in
still
your free
wear
time?
mine.
I'm glad you still wear it. Well, I mean, I guess I could work on it. It takes a while, though.
Oh, okay.
I haven't really got all the tools set up in the same way that I did when I was back in, when I sold the shop.
Unfortunate. You should follow your passions.
Well, I was, but, I'm not that fast. I have a
Each
passion for
their
being
own.
a PA now, which I'm still trying to work out what that means.
It's weird having a passion for
PA.
something you don't know what it means.
Well, I know what I do, which is, help out a big man.
Elsie
Big man.
orders a honey mead.
Just subtly. And just like hands back the glass of wine.
No, she drank it.
Oh, I'm sure you loved it. No, yeah, I saw like I help out the mayor. It's just like general stuff, any kind of stuff that's needed.
Fair enough.
You don't need
It's-
any help around here, do you at all?
Not that I know of.
That's good. That's always good to hear.
It's a pleasant area. Everybody seems to be pretty happy.
Mostly. Like I said, we got quite a good thing going on here because of the, it's hard to, well, it doesn't happen as much nowadays, but it's hard to invade and all that. Less worry from the dwarves coming down. Which at some point I'm sure they will try.
They seem to be a
Yeah, they
very
can be a bit.
aggravating force.
Yeah, a little rude, aren't they?
They can be a bit grumpy, can't they? Yes.
Very full of themselves as well.
No, not great personality traits. No.
So is Zeren the capital city of? Where
No.
are we then? Huh?
No, it's not.
What is?
We're Sonin, right down south, quite far away.
I think I've heard of it. It's a long way from where I come from. I come from Lisbon, of course, not too far from here, I suppose.
All right, yeah.
So,
No, Sonin is a big hub. It's got all the political figures and all that up there, down there. Important, fancy people. I just help out the mayor of this town who sorts out some of this stuff. I mean, I guess he's in contact. I don't see any of the paperwork. I send it off sometimes, but I don't look at it.
it's fair enough. Yeah, absolutely.
All right.
Well, I'm glad you got yourself a job you're enjoying anyway. It's brilliant.
Oh, it's good fun.
Yeah, you were a very big help to us back in
I'm
the
glad
days
to
when
know.
we-
It was quite fun actually being a little adventurer for a while, wasn't it?
It was good fun. You were very good at it too.
I don't think
Yeah.
I keep up a passion though.
How's your
dangerous.
wife?
She doing well? Doing well.
I'm glad that you two found love.
I know, like bumping in and that. It was strange, but you find love in stranger places, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Well, not for me, but not yet anyway. But
Oh, I'm sure you'll find someone.
oh, you never know.
Oh, I
Thing
do
is,
know.
you see-
You'll find someone.
Well, being brought up in a monastery doesn't really sort of set you up for that kind of thing, really.
You got a lot of life left to, to explore.
I suppose so. I don't really know. I don't even know how old I am actually, because the new.
But
the new
that's
body
usually
I have.
how many years you've been alive from. So you know which date you were born, then you can work out which age you are.
Oh, in that case, I'm about.
So I've only been alive for 19 years, but I'm 29.
And
I don't know
I
how it
reckon
works.
I reckon I must be about 3 months old then.
You really
What?
just like saying that to confuse people, don't you, Elsie?
You gotta have fun somehow.
You're only 3 months old. Why, if I was 3 months old, I don't think I could stand, let alone be an adventurer.
I mean, this body's only
Oh.
3 months old because I only got it 3 months ago. You know.
Unit, do you want a honey mead?
Honey, what?
Mead.
You have to try it. It's really nice. It's sort of a sweet beer. Here you go. Try that.
Just the word
I won't
afterward
order it
sort
you,
of
but you
matter.
seemed a bit zoned out.
Sorry.
Here
It's
you go. Try
alright.
that. See what you think.
This is. Yeah, this is good. I like
Can
this.
we have several more honey meads, please?
I don't want not several.
No, that's for all of us.
Oh,
Pass.
Okay, make that
I'm alright.
4 honey meads.
Oh, I can't have a second. I gotta get going, like I said.
That's a shame.
Make that 4 honey meads still.
I must be leaving.
Nice talking to you.
Be nice.
Yeah.
If you're around here again, I'll be glad to say aye.
believe in what?
Huh?
You said you must believe in.
Yeah, I must be leaving.
In what? Believe in
I'll
what?
just be walking.
Oh, I missed this.
He's going home to his wife, who he met through us. Unit, because you were here.
Yeah, I know that. But I don't know why he believes in walking. Everyone believes in walking.
He's going home.
I
That's
guess
what
I
he's
believe in
saying.
walking. You know, it's nice, good bit of exercise.
I guess that makes sense.
You know, I don't live that far away, so I don't need to use a carriage or anything. It'd be a bit silly.
Anyway, it's been good
Alright,
to you
have a
again. Anyway, I'm
safe
glad
trip
to see you very
home.
well.
Hey, thank you.
I'll probably see you around the place.
Hopefully.
Ta-da.
All right, ta He walks off.
That was nice.
Yeah.
Interesting guy.
Zach, are you sure you're okay?
I feel like you're going to keep asking this question until I give you a different answer, but I don't have a different answer to give.
It's just, you don't seem yourself, and I'm concerned.
I'm not really sure how to answer that.
You would tell me if something wasn't right. Right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey Flint, are you okay?
Fine, thank you very much. I had a very nice walk through the town. Judith and I saw the temple, and I've got some nice honey mead here, so, you know, all's right with the world. Oh, and of course, I've got my little weasel in my pocket. I mean, what more could you ask?
Are
Sounds like
you
a
okay?
weird innuendo. Who, me? Fine.
I don't want to know about his weasel.
I've got a very impressive weasel, I'll have you know.
Unit, are you okay? Okay. Alright. Well, I'm just going
What's wrong
to
with us?
look at
Elsie, you okay? Seems everybody's asking.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess.
What's up?
Technically, nobody asked if I was okay, but that's fine.
Okay.
Ray just asked you if you were okay.
Yeah, I did.
Oh yeah.
I thought the silence was meant to be a. Yeah, I guess. As you do sometimes.
What? Elsie, is there something wrong?
No, I'm alright.
This is weird. This is a very weird energy. I'm just going to take a step outside.
I'm just going to, and then you just levitate up.
Yeah.
Give me a push.
Wait, no levitating in the bar!
Bye.
Elsie would just follow.
So, unlike Etch, who T-poses where you go up in the air, and then T-pose.
And then just walk my way across the ceiling until I get to the
Yeah.
exit.
Yeah, the two of you go outside. And then I'm sure that the three guys are sitting there just awkwardly, just like.
I'm gonna get my weasel out.
Not in public.
It's Alex's face every time.
My face is not because he's my father. That doesn't perturb me. It's just the fact that we're trying to have like the D&D stuff. He's like, I'm gonna get out my weasel. Penis joke. You know.
Both me and Mark in the party, and you're still surprised that this
How
happened.
else am I supposed to? Yeah,
Haha, PP makes a debut in DVD&D.
I have a weasel. I've got the weasel out of my pocket.
Weasel go brr.
I'm feeding the weasel the little nuts off the table. There you go.
Weasel
little
do go
weasel.
bird.
So you guys go outside.
Little weasley.
Why does the air around the party feel so thick right now? I hardly breathe.
It felt the same to me.
No, it's very weird. Everybody's being really closed off. Except
mean,
Feels like
it's
normal
different
Earth to
now,
me.
you're not there.
Shut up.
There's someone else with Sergif, and he just won't tell me what's wrong. But apart from that, everything seems okay.
But then you being weird about him being weird is making the air weird.
I'm sorry, I didn't realise. I'll stop.
Just
I don't like it when he's like this.
if he says he's fine, he doesn't want to talk about it.
But I feel
Or
like I've done
maybe
something wrong,
everything's
and I
fine.
don't want to do something wrong.
That's
How do I
his...
know if I've done something wrong?
He'll tell you.
Oh, I thought
But he
you
won't
said
tell me.
I want to do something wrong.
Something wrong.
But he won't tell me. That's the problem.
If he won't tell you, then there's nothing you can do.
Zone of
Oh,
truth.
why is he so annoying?
You could do Zone of Truth.
You're not
I
there.
can't. I don't.
There's
have
nothing
that.
healthy you can do.
Woo! This is something that well, it'll probably only make sense to Alex, but never mind. Jess, my friend, just qualified as a doctor.
Very nice.
Hey.
We can talk about it later. You're right. It's completely non-prevalent to the podcast, but it is very good news.
Good news.
As you guys are generally, well, Ray's feeling very awkward and Elsie's venting. A very family dressed little gnome walks over to the two of you and is like, "You right? You guys
Hey?
adventurers? You don't seem like you're around here. From round here."
We are?
We are.
Yeah?
So for me, that was perfectly in sync.
Yeah,
The
Good.
two
me
of
too. Me too. Which does probably mean that in real life, Greg must have said it like a couple of milliseconds earlier, but
I did.
it just lined up really nicely.
On my end, she said it right after.
Are you
Yeah, he
in the
said it
business of
first.
looking for some money?
I mean,
Yes.
yeah.
I can give you guys a job if you want.
What's it doing?
A little bit of protection. I'm Tolban, by the way. Puts out his little hand for a handshake.
Shake his hand.
How many of you is there? Just the two of you?
No, there's
Six.
6.
Well, 5 currently. One of them's off doing something else.
Right. So
5 strangelings at your
I was gonna
service.
say there's only 4 of you. No, there isn't. There's 5 of you available.
Isn't there 5 of us?
Yeah, I'm an idiot. Right, it should be good enough. Right, so what I'm just looking for is a little bit of protection whilst they do a trade. It's not necessarily the most honest trade. Not from my side. I'm just doing a selling business, but I'm a little scared that they're not going to be honorable.
What are you
Okay.
selling?
Well, you see that I'm gonna pay you a little bit more, so the questions don't get asked.
I don't like that.
Let me go get the rest of my team, and we will
Right?
possibly. She just
I'll
goes
wait here
in
then.
and yanks them all out.
Excuse me. Something. Prince Weasel.
Something
you all step outside and you're just surrounding this gnome who's just like, Right, this'll do.
Oh, Baytool, how are you?
Am I right? Looking for some business?
Oh, I see. You're selling something, are you?
I am, but not to you. I'm looking for your protection. Probably unnecessary, but just like it's good to have some people, you know?
Oh, you being threatened? You being threatened by someone then, are you?
No.
It's
It might
sketchy
be, though.
business.
Well, it's not that sketchy. I'm just selling products.
It's sketchy
The
enough
people
to
I'm
not tell us what you're doing.
The people I'm selling to might not be the best of people, that's true, but I will pay you 5,000 gold if you just stand there, and in the event of something going slightly wrong, can protect me. But nothing should go wrong.
What do you think, Kelsey? You're the leader.
Make it 6,000. You've got a deal.
5.5.
575.
5.6.
Deal.
All right, I'm in. Puts out his hand. You're so beaming. Right.
I don't like touching people she don't know.
All right. I'll meet you back here tonight. I'll take you to where we're going now.
Okay.
What sort of time then?
About midnight.
Midnight. Oh, okay. Fine.
I do realize, because I've set you in a world where there's no moon, you have no idea when midnight is, but I'm sure you'll work it out.
Sure.
Ray
Okay.
knows the exact time at all times because of Keen Mind,
That's
so.
true. That's true. So how did you know before? Who knows?
Oh.
All right.
We worked it out.
Good guesswork.
See you later then. And he scuttles off.
I don't like it. I don't like doing a job I don't know all the parameters of.
We just need money though.
Well,
We are
that's
running
true,
really
but,
low.
I mean, well, we'll see.
We've
I mean,
done much worse for nothing.
What have you done much worse for nothing?
Barely by
That's
choice.
Zegeth. That's Zegeth.
We killed the Elsie kind of
No,
killed the
we-
doctor once.
This
Not
keeps
on
coming up. I
purpose,
feel like
though.
I need to know this entire story.
It was an accident. You didn't mean to.
It was
wasn't an accident.
not in her right mind at the time.
She had a curse, and a curse.
Valka
led her to the
got-
decision.
ill because she kept stealing stuff from where we met Bembe. And it turns out that the whole town were in on it, and I lost control, and unfortunately it's whilst I still had the lycanthropy curse on me, and I killed.
Right, that could be worse.
You did also slightly torture the apothecary. and
Yeah.
You weren't a
Like
werewolf
I
at the
said,
time.
I wasn't exactly sane back then, though. My best friend, I thought, was dying.
This is a long time back. She was still a. She's a lot more. What should
This
you
was
say?
over 10 years ago.
Yes, she's a lot more experienced and much more in control now. I think.
Well, evidently, because last
Well-
time torture was suggested, you were very uncomfortable with it.
Yeah, but if it comes between saving the ones I love, I don't know if I'd do much different.
That
Makes
wasn't
sense.
really needed. Even like he was already going to tell us. Right?
Maybe. We'll never know, will we?
Your account of that night and my account of that night are slightly different.
That's Etch. I'm sure he'd remember.
We don't need to keep asking Etch for anything.
Just because he was there.
I
Around.
don't think he was there. I don't think he was there.
He
when we were
wasn't there,
chatting
it
with
was
the
just me and
apothecary.
Unit.
I just mean
Yep.
generally.
I
No, I
know,
was-
but at
I
the
was
end of the day, I wasn't in the right frame of mind. My best friend was possibly dying. I did some things that, yes, I'm not proud of, but I would do again to save her. And I would do it to save any of you guys.
Which is a lovely thought, although I'd rather you didn't do it for me.
No, I'd rather you didn't do that. much
I
as
would
I
accept it.
Okay, maybe not
I'll
all.
do it
appreciate
for you
the
as well.
sentiment.
Thank
You
you.
would?
Ray.
I do appreciate
welcome.
the thought.
I feel
Wow.
like we've lost topic a little bit, and I think it was my fault. Meeting at midnight and protecting a small, finely dressed gnome.
Yeah.
Fair enough then.
If you
Sounds
guys
like
don't want to do it, you don't have to.
No,
Happy to do it.
we'll do it.
If you're
We
going
do
to be
risk being fugitives in another city.
So that'll be like one to add to the list.
it's business
Yeah.
as usual for us, I think.
Well, yes, but this one's got Benby in it.
Benbolton.
The other one had Bemby in it.
Well,
no.
we'll see you.
Maybe
we'll see what happens.
Benbolton's the curse.
Although I have to say
Maybe
that
maybe he's the bad guy.
I have to
He's
say
not
that
the bad guy. Don't be so
Maybe he's
stupid.
I'm not a-
orchestrating this.
I'm not a very good judge of character, but I don't think he's bad.
I was only joking.
No. Innocent of all charges.
Okay.
Anyways, I'm going to be invisible when we do that. Just you know.
one thing I
Not-
would say though, that if this whatever it is this evening, if the city guard or whatever turn up, whichever side the city guard is on, that's the side I think we should be on.
Yeah.
I don't really want to get any more break the law any more than we absolutely have to.
Whatever you guys want to do.
You're the leader, right?
Sure.
I want to do what makes you guys comfortable and happy.
Money's useful.
Oh, that's useful.
Yeah.
I mean,
We don't make a lot of money vaguely helping people. It's quite a lot of
Have
money.
we made
for-
any money vaguely helping anybody?
Had some influx of
If-
cash.
We've made some money whilst vaguely helping people, but mostly it's just been from
Yeah.
looting from enemies and
Yeah,
Thanks.
normally it's just we do it for free, so.
I don't
Not
have a
very good-
problem doing
good
something
bench.
sketchy. I only have a problem doing something sketchy if we don't know all the details. We want
Well, I
to be
mean, we can always
prepared.
bail. It's not like he's got another set of people to
Yeah.
chase after us.
I mean,
And we can always plead
ultimately,
the
if we bail, if he really needs protecting and we bail it, it's not like he's going to be able to come after us.
That's
In
what I
all
just said. Yeah.
honesty, I'd rather not know what's going on, because if whatever happens, we were just paid to there protect him. We
That's
have
right.
no idea.
It is plausible deniability.
Who is that? That's true. Yes. Yeah, I can see why she's the leader.
Because you guys elected me.
Yeah.
That's true.
Right, I'm in then.
I'm gonna go get a kip then, and
A kip.
What?
I'm gonna go read my book.
asleep. Sorry, that must be a thing from where I'm from.
Isn't it
Ah.
tonight? Like in just a few hours?
Yeah, but I can have a little nap for a bit.
I don't know. I'm just going to kind of float here and read.
Negus, where
Fair
did you put all those books?
I left them at the. Oh no, I put them in the bag of holding. There you go. Boom, he has it.
That's cool. I need one of them.
Sure, he just hands over the bag of holding.
Just pulls out the big book.
Ah, a nice bit of light reading before you sleep. Fair enough.
I'm sure it's light reading.
It's, I'll go get some rooms then. We'll need them later anyway.
Okay.
He wanders in. Pays them. Just write down like 10 gold for all of you. Just for individual rooms. Now, is there anything you guys want to do in the like 3 hours before you need to meet up then? Apart from what
Try
you've
and
already
read the book.
Don't
said. So you start.
wait, don't write down 10 gold for Ray. She's not gonna get a room. She's just gonna hang out.
Oh no, but Zegeth went in and bought all the rooms.
Oh, okay. Never mind.
Yeah, he didn't think about that. But
There's
something nice you
probably
got in the room.
nowhere you can hang out at night.
Yeah, he's loitering at that point. No, you try and read the book, and it is you are intelligent. I mean, like I'm not gonna do the whole "oh, you're so stupid you can't read it." Like you're intelligent. It's just like from the very beginning, very in-depth, complicated stuff on something you don't. It is not an introductory book on this. It's like a thesis. So there's a vague sort of explanation of what things are, but it gets really in depth really quickly. And though you, Elsie, can now read, a lot of the terminology and words used are very long and very complex, and you just have no idea what they mean. So you're sort of like working it along. I'm sure you're like writing notes in the book as you go, like, ask about this word. What does this mean?
Yeah.
Um,
Probably in
well,
those 3 hours, you've probably only got like 5 pages in.
yeah, well, probably less. And
Yeah.
but you know, you're
What
understanding
does
it. And...
introduction mean?
But you get a little bit into it, starting to gain the idea of maybe vaguely what is sort of written in a kind of general fashion. You know, generally.
Generally.
And,
Was that supposed to be in the group chat?
Did you just? Oh, did he type something and put it in the wrong
He
place?
did.
He did,
Funny.
but it's gone. So I'll
It's
never
gone.
try.
I didn't see.
Yeah, exactly. It was too quick.
Oh, I read it.
Uh-oh.
I want to.
Now the meta seeps in. Now the meta.
I want to know what it says.
Still can't.
Wow.
Funny. Because now he's got to send it to me, so I get to see what it says.
Send it to me. I want to see what it says.
It's nothing important.
And after about 3 hours, you will collect.
Press
up again
X for
outside.
doubt.
You'll collect up again outside, ready and raring. I'm sure.
Yeah, with my weasel in my pocket.
For a couple minutes, the same gnome walks up, and this time he's pulling a cart behind him. It's obviously, you know, it's not huge because he's not huge, but it seems like he's a little bit of a struggle for him. But he's pulling it along, like, right, we ready to go?
Well, yes.
I'm not gonna tell you how to do your job. If you know what you're doing, then you do what you do. I'll do my bit, you do your bit, and then we'll go
Agreed.
away happy, right?
Yep.
Cool.
What's on
This way
the
then.
cart then? Or are we supposed to know?
Well, that's part of the payment, isn't it? You don't know what's in.
Oh, see, that's very kind. I'll take some now then. Oh, see what you mean? Oh, sorry.
No,
I
Flint,
misunderstood.
can
just
see
be
why she's the
quiet
leader.
and follow.
I can see why she's the leader. He starts walking off.
What did he say? It was another call. He said it was part of the payment.
Of all the things you could have sent, that one's fine.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
not that bad.
Because she won't remember.
That's why
the
I
bit
sat there
that was
going, no,
important.
it's nothing.
Yeah, the really dangerous stuff I double check 3 times before I.
Well, then it's triple check.
I checked that I don't send it to the group check. That would be hilarious. And yeah, you're walking for a couple minutes before you get to an alleyway, which he walks down. He's like, right, stay quiet. Let me do the talking. Like I said, shouldn't be much trouble. I give them the stuff. They give me money. We all walk away. No problems. Yeah,
All right.
don't be intimidating.
Flint,
Yes?
not a single word.
I'm not going to say a word, but at the same time, after all we've been through, the idea that it's all going to go smoothly is just,
But it should be. I mean, they're not like them. They're slightly shady characters, but like, you know, they pay a lot. So and he walks down the alleyway, and as you're walking down, you between 2 buildings, there's like high stone walls, and you walk down, and there's just a pack of about 6 figures, which there's very little light down here, but it's sort of some light coming from houses. As you get closer, you can kind of tell they're 6 figures dressed up in very dark, sort of like black leathers and material clothing with some hoods up. But you can probably quite easily tell they've got long snouts. They're a bit more scaly. You can't really tell what race they are, but you might be able to figure out. If you care.
Before we walk down, I would have cast greater invisibility on myself.
It's fine. He turns around. Weren't they afraid of you?
Don't worry.
Jesus.
Oh,
All right.
pardon.
No, you go
By
down
the
there.
way,
Yes.
By the way, I would have been keeping an eye out for the thief signs, which we've never seen.
No, there isn't any down here.
No,
So-
just in general. I thought I mentioned that. We
Also, sorry, how high up are the buildings?
not very high. They're like 2-story buildings, but you're not alongside buildings at the moment. You're alongside walls, which are like 7 foot tall.
What's on the top of the walls?
Nothing. They're just stone walls.
I'm gonna levitate while I'm invisible to the top and just hang out on the wall.
Look at you, fancy.
So you go down. Can I now like describe?
Yes,
the
yes.
scene?
Sorry,
Or is
sorry. I
everyone
just
gonna
want to be
go in there?
positioned well. Okay.
It's if he didn't do that now, then when you said
Yeah.
initiative, he'd have said, but before that."
Yeah.
I'm in front of everybody.
I'm expecting that they'll do that anyway. And he gets down towards them, and then as he sort of stops a little, like a 20-foot gap between, he sort of puts a hand up for you guys and walks forwards with the carriage. He says, you can hear him. I mean, I've got this. I suppose you'll want to check them first. And the front figure, they all look very similar in size and shape. Sort of nods his head and takes off like the sheet that was over the top of whatever's on there. You just see vaguely through the light, you just see like an absolute pile of just weapons, like swords and axes and all that kind of stuff. And you hear the figure sort of very quietly. It's just like, in fact, all of them sort of come over and start checking the weapons, checking the quality of them and all this kind of stuff. And eventually he goes, seems good enough. Can all of you do like a perception check as well? Just because I figure you'll all be looking out, so you might as well do the roll. It'll help you out.
Yeah,
We get advantage
first
for
I've
being
rolled
up
the session.
super high on the 7-foot wall.
Why would we roll dice on this?
Perception.
Natural 20, yay!
Oh!
Second natural 20 in 2 episodes. Go me.
25.
25. Blimey, I thought
Rolled a
17.
19.
Mine's a 29, technically.
Mm.
Oh,
For
Zegas
someone
should
with
join us off.
only a +1 in wisdom, that's a pretty good.
19.
I'm impressed.
Elton?
19. I was just waiting for you to ask, because
Oh, what's the point, right? Thank you. Natural 20, 19, 17, 25. Honestly, all of you would probably, as you've got closer and as your eyes are adjusting to the darkness a hell of a lot more, notice there is a very strong similarity between the shaped figure and clothing of these figures and the kobold that you captured from the
right.
ship.
Uh-oh.
Oh,
Oh, good.
Fuck.
What could possibly go wrong?
Nothing. Right?
Oh, god damn it. Okay.
At which point you hear a collective. Oh.
We've just armed all our
You
own.
go up on the wall. You just hear this. Oh, god damn it. But yeah, they check the weapons. They cover it over and they take the cart over to their side and hand over this big bag of gold. And he, your friend Tolman, looks at it and goes, "Well, hang on a second. You said 100,000. This is only 50,000." And the front kobold just sort of like steps in, like leaning over and just says, "You'll get what you're given." "Oh, no, I'm not taking what I'm given. We made an agreement. I sell you those, you give me the money that's worth, eh? This ain't a negotiation." And and they all sort of like start reaching for little short swords, and then one of them pulls out a crossbow slowly, and he looks back at you kind of like expectantly, like, "What
I
the fuck
step
am I
forward
paying you for?"
quickly.
You step forwards.
Mm-hmm.
As you step in, you can see like it is definitely a kobold as you get much closer. And I believe before I said it had black scales. I can't remember. Oh, maybe it was
I
green
don't think you said. You just said kobold.
I don't think you
I don't think I
specified.
did say. I think they usually have red scales, so I think I just assumed I went with that. I don't know if I specified. Let's go with red. You can see it's the same, like, sort of race at least. Obviously, you don't know if they look identical because that would be racist. But the
And because
he
they're
just looks
like
up.
cloaked, aren't they?
Well, they got a hood up, but he's like, he looks up. He says, "You got something to say?"
Can I cast Charm Monster on the guy with the money?
You can try, yeah.
It's a Wisdom 20 saving
Did
throw.
this work last time? Right?
I mean,
What's the definition of an insanity again?
I mean, don't even let the other leader say anything before you start casting stuff.
Would you say
That's why
wisdom
she's-
20?
That's
yeah.
why she's co-leader and not
Yeah,
deputy.
24. Do they know that the charming's happening? I'm assuming. They
When the
normally do.
spell ends, the creature knows it was charmed.
But does it say anything about failing?
If it failed the saving throw, oh sorry. If it No,
Buddy,
it
I'm
doesn't.
not sure you can pull any more of that face.
It does not.
You gotta hurt yourself.
No.
No, I'm assuming so, because technically it's a spell ending. I hate it when it does this. It's like, oh, we're just not going to tell you the full details.
Can it end if it was never taking effect?
That's the question, right? Where is it? You said it was Charm Munster. Charm Munster. There you are.
Summon.
I don't know.
Herman Munster.
I'll say no for now. I'll change my mind in the future, maybe if they roll like extra high, because he didn't roll too much higher than was needed. Now I forgot what I was saying. Oh yeah, he's looking at Elsie and says, "You just continue what you were saying because this was just at the same time. You didn't even know it happened."
If you have a deal, you stick to it. Otherwise, you won't get what you want.
Or maybe I'll just take the weapons and not pay anything.
You can try that, but I wouldn't advise it.
Oh, I'm tempted. He's looking you straight in the eyes now. These like piercing dragon eyes, you know, like the slit sort of eyes.
Totally up to you, but I really wouldn't chance it if I was you.
He looks around at the four of you. He's like, as far as I see, there's... as far as I see, no.
Wait, NB?
It's Benby wearing a mask.
How fucking dare
He
you!
like unzips.
Unzips and gets out his weasel.
Oh lordy.
I'm the one who complains about ruining scenes like this, and I'm doing it myself. No, move on. No, he looks back and says, as far as I can tell, there's 6 of us and
Half a dozen
4
of
of you, and then this little half man.
A disembodied voice
Not
says,
about
I
the
wouldn't count
numbers.
your eggs before it hatches.
Fancy. And now we have we have someone in the air as well. That still's 5 against 6.
But if you want to go home and there's still 6 of you, then now's the time to start talking, not fighting.
I have been bored recently. Maybe it's
You
worth
know
a
what? So have I.
fight. the little gnome's just like you know, he just like sneaks backward with his 50,000 gold, just like walking away.
He does the Homer retreating into a hedge thing.
Exactly. He's like he's behind you now, just slowly getting further and further behind the party, just like.
Excuse me, I don't think you want to be going anywhere just yet, do you?
Actually, it looks like our employer is happy with the amount that you gave him, so that's good.
Yes.
Oh, but
Are you?
now you've got me excited for a fight.
I mean, I'm always down. You do remind me of someone I wanted to attack.
I remind you of someone you wanted to attack. You're not used to this foray before a fight, are you?
Of course I am. It must be different.
What are you
when you're
talking
from-
about?
Deception check, please.
Do a deception. Of course I am.
Yeah, totally. Like, guys, help me out now.
Hang on, how much my I know you got the intimidation, huh?
Natural 20?
-1. That's not really good.
What did you say?
Natural 20?
That's pretty good.
What?
Yeah, no, he should. Well, we doing this? As he pulls out his little short sword.
Have to.
Okay.
Gets crouched down next to the ground. You know, the classic, like, you know, fancy. I'm too much of an edgelord to know that this looks stupid.
He's watched a lot of anime.
Here's the
I'm going
question:
to,
who attacks first?
I'm going to, because I always forget
I
to before the
cast
fight
Witch
starts. I'm going to cast my produce flame onto my blades, so my stand my blades out and light them up.
Sure. So at the same time, 3 things happen, and then we will roll initiative because that's all that it's called. And I need to. Oh, Greg, can you just put on fight music? I had to close the thing. At the same time, these flames come your hands just set on fire. At the same time, this witch bolt just gets launched out of your hands, and also a crossbow bolt just from behind the one that pulled out a crossbow, just through between the heads and aimed at Elsie. That's a hell of a thing, and everybody is going to roll initiative, and then we'll work out if everything hits or doesn't. Also, we
damn
need
it.
to be in tabletop.
Yeah, I just like you to know that I've been refreshing tabletop
Yeah,
for
so
like the
have
last
I.
5 minutes, maybe. Just clicking the refresh button on the server browser.
All of these name boxes are wrong, and it takes so long to fix.
All of your name boxes are wrong.
I'm just gonna. For now, I'm just gonna.
Technically, it's his name boxes because he's in control of them.
Shut up.
There. Now we're all miscellaneous. Loading.
Now we need to move some of these figures around because, of course, not everyone is here. He's now back here. He's probably about here. You're now here. You are up here, and these guys are probably figured a bit more like that. There we go. The walls, if you are wondering, yeah, they are slightly, they're quite invisible. They're not invisible in real life. It's, you know, the classic. Imagine this if they're not invisible. You'd be so
Yeah.
depressing.
Yeah.
So I did it like that.
I love my new figure.
And I need to. You love your. Yeah, your new figure's here.
Finally.
Suddenly I see my new figure. Something. Right. Let's do some. Well, Barley isn't here, so I've been a dingus. But Flint.
What? Oh, yes. Initiative. Yes. I was going to say, did I win the initiative? I didn't even roll initiative. Okay. Yeah.
How did I do that? How did I win these millions of pounds in this email? I didn't even buy a ticket.
19.
19. Unit.
I got 18.
18. L'Oreella Estelle Kira Longwin.
17.
17. Ray.
22. That was a natural 20 initiative.
see.
19,
Wow.
18, 17, 22. That's pretty good.
Does that mean you get to roll again?
Oh, and add it to.
Critical initiative.
That's
Crit initiative.
22. Hang on, bear with me.
Wait, why did I get grey? What? I don't want grey. Change colour. There we go. That's better.
That's Gray is a spectator. Yes. Sorry, I have to do that again. It was 19, 17, 18, 22, and then this time I can roll in him. Cool. So before any of that has happened, of course,
Don't forget Zegeth.
that's what I was just doing. That's why it took a little second. The Witchbolt comes out, and it is Cobalt F that fires an arrow straight at Elsie. And seeing as at the same time, I'll start with him because it'll take less time. Can you please? Actually, no. Can you please? How about he can please roll to hit? And that's
Yeah,
a
please.
18.
Yep.
Feeling, and he does 4 damage. And can you do a Constitution saving throw, please?
4 damage.
4 damage, and can you do a Constitution saving throw, please?
Oh, I like the little cart.
I told you it was a little card.
23.
23. Very good. So it sticks straight into your shoulder, and you feel not as bad as it could be because you've got very good constitution, but you feel like a searing pain inside of the wound, and you will be still taking 11 poison damage. And it hurts like a bitch. You've lit all of your flames, and you do your witch bolt on Cobalt B. And you know, actually, I'm going to make this easier for you because you're all going to think that the one you were talking to is A. So Cobalt A.
Okay.
I mean, you know what I'm saying. I mean, totally not kobolds. They're hidden. You don't know what they are.
23 to hit.
23. Yeah, you 23 hits.
They're actually Aeorian nullifiers.
Also, I made them grey because I was like, they're sneaky, but they're kobolds and they're red.
You know
so
what?
let's make
Maybe
them
everything's called Aeorian nullifiers because Aeorian nullifiers are actually just like a street gang that are expanding their influence.
Say that again. Where's my pen?
31 damage.
31 bloody damage. Oh, of course you did 31 damage. Okay. very nice.
31 bloody damage.
31.
And then after that, after the little surprise, it's Ray.
I am going to, or Ray is going to, tap her staff on the ground, and she's gonna drop right her invisibility and be surrounded by intense wind, using
you turn into
investiture of wind.
Okay,
You
so
could have gone to the toilet
With-
before we came
Yeah, I know.
out.
We've all been there.
Ray farts.
Yep. And then now she has a flying speed of 60 feet, so she's going to go, woo, and be flying around behind him over here.
Woohoo.
I don't know if you have a way to raise her up in the sky, but she's
How high in the
High
sky?
she was over here, like, I don't know, like 30 feet up from the ground.
I have no way to do that easily, so we'll just say you're 30 feet up.
Well-
That's fine.
Sure.
Okay. Is that your turn? I'm assuming because that was a spell.
I don't think I can do anything with a bonus action.
Where is Vegas in this group?
That's a good point. I didn't put Zegith down.
Oh,
He's
I
in the
just don't
fight.
find who the fuck
He's run
told
away.
you?
He's in the fight. He's just not in the fight apparently. Keep going. Is there anything else you're doing? That's what I was asking. You're saying
No,
no.
that's all I can
So
do.
Flint, you on next.
Excuse me. I was just trying to remind myself.
Probably here, 'cause, you know.
Lights work. Let's see. I think I should.
Just say it louder for the podcast.
I'm musing it to myself. What counts as 5 feet? Because my normal thing is
Is that in contention?
exactly my normal thing is I forget that I have sneak attack.
If it's a enemy of the person the
Another enemy of the target is within 5 feet of the enemy, and there isn't anybody like that because they're all standing too
currently.
far away. So tough luck. I'll just have to hit him anyway.
Oh. Block.
I'm actually not going to stand there because if I stand there, I'm going to end up with both of them attacking me. I'm going to stand here.
Okay.
And I am going to smack Kobold B
Kobold.
severely.
Kobold Space Program.
The Kobold Space Program.
Kobold, the bold bloke. Particularly hard with my blades and things. So hit number 1. Now this is the. Let me see. I can't do the sneak attack. Okay, fine. So it's straight forward.
The monk.
This is-
Do you want to have a conversation about something else whilst he just?
Cool, yeah. See you guys in like 45 minutes.
that is a 19 to hit.
It hits.
That's right. I'll do that one first because that's the fiery attack. Which
Okay.
is 3d8.
Hmm.
No, you see, I didn't get my d8 because I didn't expect it to actually hit. Come on. 6. Oh, an 8. 14 points of damage on that one.
I like this song.
Good. I'm glad you like that song. I'll sing along if you like. Hit number
No.
2. Hit number 2 is
Oh.
So
dirty
rude.
20.
Hits.
I do 4 hitters, dirty 20 again, and more than dirty 20. So therefore, I've got 3 more hits to do at that's 3d6 plus 1, 2. It's bear with me, corner. That's not very much. That's a bit more. That's 6 and 15, 21, and 21, a couple of those. 23, 24 damage.
Okay. He got there eventually.
Yay.
That's a total
Cool.
of whatever it was.
It's fine. I was doing that.
That's a total of whatever it was.
It's about, yeah, 40-ish. Take that, Biff.
Elsie.
I cast Spotify. No, I cast.
Music
They
playing in
all
the
turn
background.
into spots.
You play some AC/DC in the background.
Oh my god, yes. That's what I want to do. Anyway,
Look,
I cast Mental
Turn reverse
Prison.
to the background, AC/DC.
You reckon
Pardon?
if you were like a master sorcerer, you could use prestidigitation to like create your own soundtrack wherever you went?
Oh my
can-
god, yeah.
You can just very quietly.
Yeah.
Because people
Anyway.
just-
Mental Prison on Cobalt A, hopefully.
Okay, what's he going to be?
Hang on, I've got to do my thing first.
Nothing.
Damage.
Yeah, no. I cast mental prison.
What's he going to be saving against?
Initiative 17.
What?
Initiative.
No,
Intelligence?
intelligence. I meant.
Initiative
yeah.
saving.
That was my brain fucking up.
Initiative saving throw.
It's a natural 20, I'm afraid.
That's fine. He
I'm-
still takes 5d10.
That's good.
Damage.
Roll it.
Actually. Wait, did you roll your
I don't know where my
D100?
d10s are. There. I just had them in my hand.
Did you roll your D100?
Yeah.
You did.
And the answer is,
Ooh.
if she can add them.
Ooh. Ooh. Ooh.
28.
28!
Yay.
Okay.
Blasted.
Using a fan, he grabs onto his head, and you hear a little sort of like hissing sound from his vocal box. Next up,
Was he deflating?
unit. Hey Simon, when you see a snake, do you think it's deflating?
Yeah.
Yes! That's
Constantly.
my new thing now!
Yeah. How do you think those balloon animals are made?
Yeah,
Okay.
snakes are just balloon animals.
I've
that are
broken
deflating.
Purdy. I've broken Purdy again.
Yeah.
Sorry, guys. I'm gonna cast Cloud Kill. Finally, can fucking do that for once because I can do it without. Oh, actually, no, I can't even. Fuck. No, I can't.
You can't
That's fine.
do it because Flint's there.
Because Ray went in fucking.
I'm in the air. I'm in the air.
Oh, that's stretchy. You can move out the way, but Flint moved. Now I've got to decide something else to do because I had my.
You can do
Plan
some
planned out.
support moves.
Huh?
Some support moves.
What are those?
Support moves. I don't know.
Lorraine, which for a while, which doesn't have any support character.
Support moves. I don't know her.
What?
That's a joke for the gays out there.
Uh-huh.
It's a
I like
Mariah
that.
Carey quote.
Uh-huh.
Yes, because even Purdy's looking at you like, what?
Have you not seen the Mariah Carey?
As interesting as that is, what are you doing on your turn?
I'm trying to work that out because I thought I was going to be doing Cloud Kill, but I'm not.
How big of an
Yeah,
area
you-
is Cloud Kill?
20-foot radius.
Oh, that's fine. 30 feet up. Yeah, just put a little.
Yeah, but I mean, it hits Flint though, so
Is it
Well,
poison?
just.
it is poison. I think.
What if you move it?
I mean, that never stopped you before.
I'm immune to poison.
It's better. Stop doing
Yeah,
the
but-
meta thing.
Flint is.
He would know.
We're
We're
It's
team
like
members. We would know
Marty.
this.
Let's Cloud Kill! Yay!
And also, you can like move it to the side so that it doesn't hit Flint anyway.
Yeah.
So,
In which case, I'm actually going to do it like there.
okay.
That won't hit Elsie, right? That's just.
Hope
Well,
not.
not unless she's inside the circle.
Is she inside the circle? No.
No.
So,
Look like she's inside.
I mean,
the
her like ice shard is technically, but like
That's my ice shard, Jesus.
I think the ice is immune to poison.
If
Okay,
you're so
good.
desperate for you to be inside the circle, I guess you can make you
No!
inside the circle.
I don't want to be inside the circle.
oh, stop it.
It's really pushing it.
Send them.
Not pushing it. I'm wary of Alex going. Well, actually,
I already said
Elsie's
twice she's
in the
not.
circle. Okay. So yeah, then it's a Constitution 17.
Constitution 17 from all of them, of course. Where's me Consti?
Consti.
There it is.
Constant.
So you say, what was the number?
17.
Okay, we've got. Adding 4 320s. So many dice.
The record affected even if they hold their breath or don't need to breathe.
Most of them succeed apart from E here and F back here.
Okay. And that is 1, 2, 3,
Get you backwards.
5 d8s.
And the number
33, 33 or half that.
What's that for? So it's 33 for the ones that's those two.
And it's
18 for us.
16 or 17 depending on how we're rounding.
Oh, so you round down. It's always a round down.
16. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And here. And you have to bear with me whilst I type in this number a million times.
Do we have to?
Does the cloud stick around?
Years.
Presuming
It
does,
sticks
so
around for. It moves. I think it's like 10 foot per turn or something.
It moves.
Yeah, it moves backwards away from me.
Oh, it moves away from you per turn.
Fog moves 10 feet away from you at the start of each of your turns, rolling along the surface of the ground. The vapors sink into the lowest level of the land, even pouring down openings.
Fair enough. Oh, there's a hole here. You should have said. It completely all sinks into the hole.
And it's an orphanage that's in the
sinks into the-
hole. Oh no!
It sinks into the drain and poisons the entire town.
Yeah, it's
Fire's in the hole.
an underground orphanage. You're right. And okay.
Yeah.
Next up is Zegith, who is going to go.
You're like, well, shit.
But yeah, it's every time they start the turn, that one,
Pain.
and it's concentration,
Um,
and it is
he's
10 minutes.
Going to...
Damn, dude.
He can't go inside the cloud, so he's going to. What can he do that doesn't involve going into
Oh,
the area where he
magic.
can actually do his stuff? He's going to
What do magic do?
wait, I guess.
Magic Ripper.
Yeah, he's gonna. You know what? He's going to. He's going to. No, in fact, no. He's just gonna wait. I was gonna make him levitate, but he doesn't. Okay, we go to Assassin A. I mean, Kobold A. I mean,
This fucker
what
can
you
do
call them?
everything.
This, that. What's the naming conventions?
Reader.
Who's going to go, thump, and then reappear here,
Whoa!
and then.
What? He's gonna say the number 5 in German.
Uh-oh. Wait a second.
And he's going to make an attack on Mr. Dolben over here.
Oh, no.
It's a natural freaking 20.
Oh, piss off.
dear. That's okay.
Alex,
let's
did
see.
the appearing and
Is that what it-
reappearing look familiar?
What do you mean by familiar?
Just like anything else.
A
we've seen.
small animal that's associated with your
Very
magic.
funny, but what do you mean? As in, like, compared to what?
Zegith's teleportation?
It doesn't look the same, but it
Okay.
is. It's not the same.
It doesn't go up in black smoke.
How do we do? Sorry, how are we doing? How are we doing diagonals? Because is that within 10 feet of me?
Not really. Just imagine a 10-foot circle from you, which would be cutting off in front of him.
Oh,
He does 15 damage on that
he's
one,
dead.
and then he's going to make a little Constitution saving throw, which is going to wildly fail, and then he's going to do this, so it's 15 plus
Oh shit, look, 50,000 gold.
plus 12, which is 27. Yeah, he just basically just like appears, just stabs him in the gun, and he just falls to the ground like immediately.
Yeah.
And of course, he picks up the big old bag of gold. That'll end him. Then we move on to B, who's going to.
With his dying breath, you had one job!
You were supposed to protect me. Who's going to? What's he gonna do? He's gonna teleport to here. Yeah, you're gonna teleport there and make an attack on Elsie, which is the first one definitely misses. The second attack does a 15 hit.
Yes.
Good.
You sure the first one misses?
Doesn't
Just making
eight-
sure.
Doesn't 8 hit you?
Okay. Just because mine is really low, and I don't want to keep getting hit, but
Listen, I already know your armor class is 11. I just give you the.
Okay.
It's more of like a thing. If I'm like, does a 15 hit? You know.
That keeps you involved.
Exactly. You know, it makes you feel like I'm not just battering you into the ground. You're going to take 4 damage plus. And make a DC. Don't say the number. Make a Constitution saving throw. I always said the number. I'm
Epic.
very close.
17.
Okay, so you do save, so you're going to take 16 damage. So 16 plus 4, so 20 damage all in all. Again, searing pain as you get stabbed in the
Not
back.
50, God.
15. Then he's going to. Oh no, that was both of his attacks. Then
No, I typed in 50 and I was like, oh no, that'll kill me.
C is going to gonk over here, and I know what you're going to say within 10 feet and all that kind of stuff, but he's not paying attention. He's going to make an attack on unit, and he's going to use a sneak attack. So we'll use that in a second. See if it hits. Unit does a 17 hit.
No, it doesn't. And also, they are both, in
I
fact.
already told you that, but you've missed out Kobold B's move. But Kobold C could take some damage.
Meh,
You
fine.
were on your phone,
I was on my phone.
so I'm not gonna feel bad for you.
Grumble, grumble.
Exactly, grumble, grumble. You can work out the damage.
Oh, great. He takes 1 damage.
I'll
Hey,
teach you.
any damage is damage. And he died. Can you imagine?
Oh, yeah.
It's a 21 hit.
He'd actually just fallen off like a 10-foot wall just before this happened.
Well, exactly.
It was very inconvenient, really.
He was just in another fight. Does a 21 hit you?
No, yes.
The other option. No, I don't want it to. Does that count? So it's going to be doing that damage. Which can you do a Constitution saving throw, please? So that's 5.
Yes.
It's probably quite high. You have high Constitution.
18.
Okay, yeah, let's save. So altogether, you take 28 damage, which he stabs you in your little gut. You've got quite a thin waist, but he still stabs you there, and you feel this searing pain sort of starting to pull through your body.
Wow.
And yeah, that was both of them. Then we go to number.
That's just
E.
28, did you say?
Yes, 28. Who's going to?
Oh no, I'm on 86.
You can go over here and
Take some damage. Oh wait, no, it's a reaction. It happens once. Damn it. Fuck.
Yeah, unfortunately so.
Yes.
Peace. He's going to make an attack. Does a dirty 20 hit you?
Yes, it does. It does indeed.
He also gets to use sneak attack, so he's going to do. Could you make another Constitution saving throw, please?
That's 19. I'm rolling really well today. All my bad karma is adding up. Hello?
Okay, so I was using the dice because there's so many dice. The dice roller on D&D Beyond, and one of the dice managed to get stuck. I thought that was that wasn't meant to happen. You're gonna take another 25 damage as you get stabbed in the side. You get stabbed in the side. Then we move on to E, who's going to
I'm almost at half health.
over to here.
Half health.
Yeah.
And he's going to
I'm past
fire a
that.
crossbear.
At disadvantage.
Why is it disadvantage?
Investiture of wind, ranged weapon attacks made against you.
That makes sense.
Disadvantage on
Just
attack.
distracted by the smell.
Okay, well that's 2 comp dice. So that would be a 15? It's unlikely.
That hits.
It does hit.
Oh.
Could you make a Constitution saving throw, please?
I could. I need to make 2
I-
actually, depending on how much damage I take.
Sure.
That is a 15.
You're okay. So you take. An arrow just gets you up between the ribs. Very painful. You feel that searing pain as you take 18 damage. Yeah. Gonk. That's the sound. And then finally, F over here is going to back here.
I do maintain investiture of wind.
Okay. And do the same thing. Going to try and fire an arrow at you. Another disadvantage. Which this time would be. Did I say advantage? It's disadvantage. Would be a 18 to hit.
I mean,
Yeah, I know. Please make another Constitution saving throw. Hey, lots of Constitution saving throws today.
that one's 17. Oh, sorry, how much damage was the first one? I didn't need.
I believe it was 18 damage.
18, 18.
And this one is 19 damage. There's two bolts just doof, doof into you. The other one sticks goes straight through your thigh. The meaty part of your thigh. And I believe that then circles round to Ray.
Yeah. Ow.
So that was a fun round, wasn't it?
No.
Oh,
Wow, they are just...
Aha!
They are exactly how far they need to be spaced out.
You came in, did all these punches, you're ready. This cloud came out. And then they all went at the same time, bear in mind. It just completely disappeared.
That's rude.
Okay. So,
That'll teach you.
And come back.
Wait, why are you in the cloud?
I'm 30 feet up!
No, Flint.
Because he's immune to
He's
poison.
always been in it.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Sorry.
I was in the first place, not a problem.
I was like, wait, what? No.
Wait.
Alex, you're gonna hate this question and probably just tell me no. Thunderstep.
No.
Ooh,
Can I
Said tell you no.
Can
I
I
understand.
bring somebody that doesn't want to go?
Let me read the spell.
No, I don't think so.
Question.
I don't think you can. 'cause
Oh,
I-
one
I-
willing creature. Yeah,
No, you
okay.
can't. Usually you
Alright.
read the you ask me the questions.
I was in the middle of reading it.
No, I thought it was a no, but I wanted to check. I was like, not sure. Because it'd be kind of funny. I admit.
The blast area is fucking massive, isn't it?
Thunderstep, yeah, it's quite big. It's a 90-foot range within the.
My
Damn,
base used
dude.
to have it. I think I only ever used
Oh,
it
within
once
10
'cause
feet.
Yeah, it's 90 feet you can go, and then 10 feet you can damage them.
It's quite a fun one.
Damn. Yeah. You know what? Sure. For fun. I'm gonna fly down here next to this guy.
Yeah, I think the guy will be in the. You know what? I'm gonna just to question it because we can use this for what's it as well, unit as well. Is that on your head? It did, didn't it?
Oh.
I'll look for.
my 10 feet.
Perfect.
It'll hit both of them. Okay, I didn't think it would. Right, 10 feet, not 5.
Is that a 10 foot? Let me just check it as well. That's 5'10". Yes, it is. And I really wish I could. Let's do it like this because
it still needs to be a little bigger, doesn't it?
no, because
10
it's 10
foot.
feet from center point.
Oh, okay.
So it's 10. That is a
Not-
10-foot radius circle.
Not 10 feet from your
The edge of
spot,
the 5. Wow. Okay. Well, it just knocked you over. That's fine. There you go. You're flying.
Perfect.
But yeah. So the rule I've said is, firstly, it has to go. It has to be at least minimum 50% of a space, which that is for the Kobold F. And
Okay.
yeah, it goes from the center. I
Well,
can't be bothered. to-
I'm gonna freaking go down there and say bye-bye, and then blast them with
They look at you like, hi.
5d10, and then a Constitution 20 saving throw.
Indeed. So they both make the Constitution saving throws. Let me get back to where they are. They don't really have that amazing of a. Where's the con? The con. Bleh. It's cocked. The first one was a 8. The second one was an 18. Neither of which
Okay.
succeed.
Means they take full damage, and also I believe they get blasted back.
It's the wall.
Yeah.
Yes. How far do they get blasted back?
When you guys spell it, must be unoccupied space within 5 feet of your destination space. Oh yeah, the creature left. Okay. Actually, it doesn't say they get thrown anywhere.
Oh, okay, never mind.
Yeah, they just take a bunch of damage,
Okay.
which is 10, 22, 24, 24 damage. And
24.
I will
24.
go. Woo!
Oh yeah, you teleport away, of course.
Which I believe is. Hold on. So
Echoes through the
Let
night.
me count. 5.
Whilst you do that counting, next up is Flint. who just watched this very impressive feat.
I did, indeed. I'm just wondering whether to use my grapple. I've never used my grapple.
You have a grapple. I remember that. You have a grapple. That was made by
I have
Etch.
it led by Etch.
I am also 15 feet up off the ground here.
But
Right.
the thing is, I have to use my action to do it. That's they're both a bit about firing at people. Using an action. I think basically if I use an attack, it's an attack action, so I can use my attack to fire my grappling iron. It's not worth it because if I do that, I'll only get one attack and I'll only do a little bit of damage. So for the moment, I won't do. Why is that over there?
Just hang on, I'm trying something.
I don't know if that's intersecting exactly on me. So I will instead just go, hello.
There we go, 15 feet up. Cool.
I see.
Yeah, you go over there and say, "Hello, good sir." And yes, you do get sneak attack now. Finally, some sneaky sneak.
I get the sneaky sneaks if I manage to hit. It is 12, 22.
Hits.
It's sneak attack. I'll do sneak attack now because I should forget otherwise. That's a d6, which is 5 plus 5, which is 10 plus d4. D4, 10, 13, and oh, it's 2d6, isn't it? My sneak attack. I still should have checked.
Yeah, it's 2d6 for you right now, I believe.
6. That's 13 plus another 3. So 16 points from the first hit.
Let's see.
And the second hit. Oh, and the second hit
Which one you hit?
on the one in front of me. Which one that is? C. Yeah.
Mhm.
Second attack, and if I hit him, I'm going to make it a stunning attack. It's only a 9 though, so it's a 19.
Yeah, it does hit.
good.
Stunning is a Constitution.
It is
as usual.
Constitution.
He fails, so he is stunned.
He is stunned. I'll do the damage in a minute. 2 more attacks. Oh, they're bigger. 25, 24. So that's going to be. It's going to be. I have somehow come off where I should have been, and now I don't know what the numbers are anymore. There we go. 3d6, which is the rubbish rolling. 3. That's more like it. That's 9 and 15 is 24 and 2d4 because one of those is not with my blade. 26, 27. No, 29. Another 29.
Yep.
So he's stunned and he's taken about 40 whatever it was damage.
Yep.
And now you see it, and I must make a note of my I have used. Just 3 now, and he is stunned.
I'll leave that till after the fight. Okay. Next up.
Now I should stay where I am because he might attack me instead of Elsie.
You just got stabbed in the back, I believe. It probably wasn't very comfortable.
Bonus action, Misty Scepter here.
That's a very flexible move.
Teleporting
Well,
around.
can I stand in the same one as Ray?
Yes,
Oh, cool.
you can stand underneath. You'll struggle real hard to
Yeah.
do so. We'll just pretend you are.
Only on the map.
No, hang on. Okay.
And then-
now you need to be a little bit shorter. So.
I can do that. Hopefully. Yep.
The dumbest thing I've ever done. This would be an amazing fight to see it like animated. Just all the
Yeah.
teleporting. Like,
Yeah.
They all suddenly teleport away, and then you and Ray and Ray and Elsie teleport at the same time into the same spot, just slightly above each other.
Whoops.
Yeah, because when you were moving over to that, I was like, don't you fucking dare, that's my square. I'd already planned to move there. I cast Burning Hands.
Okay.
Which is
What
a
is that?
15-foot cone, and anybody in that
I know
15-foot cone needs to make a Dex 17 save.
Yeah, so
And you melt 50,000
15
golds worth.
would be
Oh no, because he's got a hold of it, so it doesn't count.
So I think your 15-foot cone is. Ooh.
Yes.
I used to be able to do that. I died.
Is that right?
Used
No,
to
it's
be an
not right.
adventurer
More
like
than
you.
15
Dot,
foot.
dot, dot.
I took a arrow in the knee.
So in front of you would go 5, 10, 15, and then across. Ah, it's there. That's what it is. That's your 15-foot cone. I will let you know. See, that's if it's going directly forwards. Obviously, you can rotate that slightly because
Yeah, I'm going to rotate it to hit him.
So you're only hitting the one guy. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, sure. You're rolling. I'm assuming there's a dexterity to be taken in there.
Yeah, 17.
Yes, which he's going to use evasion.
Same guy I attacked last time. Oh, this is him.
Okay, so it's going to roll the dexterity. What's well, I'll tell you that. Yeah, what's the DC?
17.
17. It gets a 19. And it doesn't take half damage because of evasion.
Fuck you, Alex. Fuck you.
You're fighting rogues!
Fuck you.
Can we not do
you.
the wibbling mouse thing, please?
Why can these
I'm a rogue,
rogues
and I can't
teleport?
do the
Rogues
teleporty.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, you go and burn these, like, the body on the ground absolutely flambéed, and the as soon as like the
Oops.
this is the guy you were facing off with before. As soon as the flames clear, and you've probably got this grin on your face, like just looks up, the eyes piercing, just this smile creeping on his face, showing off the teeth, just like nice try.
You should have a hole in him. I did about 40-50 points of damage on that guy.
Yeah, but you can't be confident if you're not. Oh, it hurts so much,
Give him!
Oh dear. Yeah, sorry. I know it's really unfortunate for you, but you picked the wrong people to do a dexterity check on. Unit.
He's like, you have no
Never use
authority
that
here,
one
Jackie
spell.
Weaver. Well, I mean, the cloud. The cloud can stay. There's still some people over there. It does need to move 10 feet now that I'm starting my turn.
Oh, so it's just on them.
So now it's on them.
Just moved across them. That'll teach him.
Yeah, so now it's on them. So that's good.
does it say it affects them at the beginning of their turn,
I believe so, yeah.
or is it end? It does matter if it's beginning or end. In fact, you go on with your turn. I'll look it up.
Okay. And in the meantime, can I tell if Tolbin is alive?
Oh no,
I mean,
dead.
he's got a gigantic pool of blood around him, and he's now absolutely flamed. I will meta you a little bit. He was alive.
Oh no!
Oh, good. Well, I mean, to be fair, we've got better from that sort of thing.
Yeah.
I've had worse.
No,
I
no,
think
no,
I
like
can
with
do this
Vein of
race,
Fire.
yeah.
Oh my god.
But never mind, I guess.
Yes, it's-
I'll have to do something other than heal him then.
You should just look around. You're like ready to heal. You look around and go. Oh.
Never mind.
It's fine. You only know for like 5 minutes.
And it was kind of
Yeah, it's true, but
And,
He does
and it's
have
not
a
like
stealer.
he's not the captain. He's not the captain who you need something from. So
In fact, I said, as soon as these are all dead, we're just going to raid them for the money anyway.
he's just gonna run.
this is true.
He's an arms dealer. He was a nice guy.
Question your perspective,
Why
really,
don't we
doesn't
take
it?
the weapons?
If you kill him.
I'm
Oh,
gonna
yeah,
cast.
we'll kill them.
I'm gonna cast light on
Light.
light
On.
Cobalt D.
Okay.
Constitution 17.
Sounds good. See, this is the ones where you pick the right one. Constitution. That's the one they're not very good at. He did get an. He actually got an 18.
I feel like 28 is really shite for an 88.
You actually got an 18, and
Oh, fuck off.
he got an 18. Sorry, and that means he takes half damage probably still.
Yes, so it takes
14
14.
damage? Yeah.
88. 28 seems like a really bad roll.
Yeah, but
Yeah, that's quite a low one, isn't it?
Like, because 8 times 8 is 64, so.
So 32 is average. Isn't it?
little under average.
It looks like you got. Can I see the numbers? It doesn't show me the proper numbers apparently.
Yeah.
Oh, well. I wish
It says
Yeah, you
8 plus 7 plus. Oh, no, wait.
I can just see 5 plus 4 plus 1, and then it could just.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, you do some damage. the spores like going in and between and in the mouth and stuff, and there's like a little bit of writhing of pain, seizing up the muscles. Next up is
Have I got any
Zegith.
bonus actions I can do?
Don't know, have you?
Oh, I can.
Zegith is going to. Yeah, he's a dumb boy. He's going to charge this way and take the attack of opportunity from him, which is completely missing, and do a charging attack at Kobold A. Because, I mean, do I need to say why? So the first attack is definitely going to hit. The second attack is also definitely going to hit. And that means he does this twice. Oh, God. Someone's going to have to help me with this. Okay, so we've got 11 plus 13, 24 plus 25, which is
24 plus 25.
49.
49 plus another 13, which would make it 62.
62.
62. So he just charges up.
Wow, fuck my track.
Like the first one, like you're just staring at him as he's like smiling at you with that nice try, and you just see this sword just go straight through his back, like appears to him. He just looks
He
down.
just gets hit by a bus, basically.
Yeah, he goes. He looks down like what, and then the sword just like turns sideways and just rips out the side of him, and he just like just falls.
And this
to the
really
ground.
evil smile comes across Elfie's face.
It's very it's again references for the gays. Yay! It's very Regina George getting hit by a bus at the end of Mean Girls. Heard he got that
I mean,
word.
it would be if he like charged it. He's hit it with a sword. Did the bus have a sword? Because in which case, yeah, it's exactly like that. But no, he falls
It's
to
the same
ground, and
kind of
you see-
poetic justice.
You see Zegith there with like blood splattered on his thing, just like, I thought you might need help.
Thank you.
Oh, he's completely fricked. That's impressive, 60-something damage.
Me too.
62
That's
damage.
Vegas. That's why we keep him in the team.
Kobold B, having missed, looks up and is just like, yeah, no. He starts his turn in your blight, so you can damage him if you wish. Not your blight, sorry, your ring of spores.
Aren't
Yes,
Cobalt
please.
E and F?
Yeah.
Oh, Ring of Spores, not the.
Yeah.
Halo, I suppose.
He has like a
by the way.
million different things that are all
Yeah.
starting on turns. Stupid.
They're not stupid. How dare you?
They're great damage over time things. Just
Yeah.
Gotta get
everybody
that
forgets
dot.
that they're happening and then don't get the damage.
Yeah. So that's a D10. Real
And he does
6. That's better.
6 damage. Okay. He's then going to turn around, charge this way, which means you can get an attack. Actually, no, you can't get an attack of opportunity because that's no, whatever. It's a reaction. So
Yeah.
grabs onto the. He probably looks Flint directly in the eyes.
I was gonna say, don't I get an attack of opportunity?
Or you would do if he came out of your attack range.
That's a fair point.
He grabs onto the cart full of full of weapons. Looks up at Flint, grabs something out of his pocket that you can't really see in time, crushes it in his hand. He just like this weird like warping of fabric. You know when you see like a warping effect and everything like stretches and has like a weird sort of he just and just disappears.
Fuck.
I don't have any spell slots left, so I can't counter spell.
Unfortunately, it is true. Yeah, you just
Hang
watch him
on,
just.
I can though.
You can try.
Yeah,
You
we
gotta
don't
always
always
add
have
that
work.
try.
What do we need to do?
And now she was like, I just want to use counterspell. What, you mean I have to know what it does?
You choose what level you're casting it at, then Alex tells you whether or not you have to roll.
It counts as a spell.
Yeah, if it counts as a spell. so.
Counts as a spell.
You attempt to interrupt a creature in the process of casting a spell. The creature is casting a spell. She technically would really mean and say he's not casting a spell, but it kind of is.
I'll do it.
I just noticed that we're all
Do it at... Oh no, I'll do it at 5th level then.
Fifth
We're all-
level, you
we're-
can roll to
we're
see
all
if you do it
red.
first.
Yeah,
we've all got
so
bits of red today.
What am I rolling?
Or you got to roll to see if it works first.
I know that, but I can't work out what it says that I've got to roll.
Dice.
No, you've got to roll to see if your wild magic happens.
Oh,
To see if the spell works.
yeah, it does.
To see if we all die.
I know! No, you don't know!
What are you talking about? Where am I?
Okay, so...
I kind of forget about that because it tends to work 90% of the time now.
Don't you say that. Don't you say that. Don't
Oh, actually,
don't jinx
isn't
it.
about 50% of the, or 60% of the time, because it doesn't go past one.
So make an ability check using your spellcasting ability. And your spellcasting ability modifier is...
A number.
Oh,
See, I was right.
9.
What?
no, that's my spell attack.
Yeah.
My modifier is +4.
Oh, yeah, okay, fine. Plus-
God, how long has it been, Alex? You still can't get it right.
Do you really want to get into this one, Simon? You just never cast counterspell. It's like I know counterspell exists. It's just every now and again you're like, now might be a good time. Oh fuck, I need to know
I
this one.
forget about it until Greg
yeah,
mentions
so
it, and then I'm like, oh, you hacked it.
Roll +4, and then that's the DC. Gotcha. Okay.
So roll a d20 plus the 4.
Yes.
So that's 23.
It doesn't work.
Fuck you.
And Greg's going, but the highest spell level is a 9, so therefore
Yeah.
the DC can only be 19. Maybe I was just letting you go through the motions.
It wasn't counter-spellable.
Greg
Wow,
doesn't
you-
like that answer.
Plot point.
Well, I tried.
The card's got plot armor.
No, there is a reason. There's genuinely a reason why.
Yeah, it's plot armor.
Yeah, because you said so.
Because you're the DM and this is your world.
Yeah,
I'm
because we
that's
only
why-
have because everything is predetermined and we only have the illusion of control.
Okay, so anyway, after
I'm just
him
worried
is
about what kind of weapons are worth 100,000 gold.
Yeah.
Well, that's a good question, isn't it?
Exactly.
It's-
I
it's-
know
I thought he was
that-
only going to give us 5,000.
Now you
was.
know. Just...
but-
The
but
cart
he was
is
getting-
the
exactly.
cart's full of weasels.
Yeah.
Anyway,
But if it's
because we've only got
100,000
8 minutes
and now
before
they've
Greg
got
needs to
this
go, we should
undead
probably get on with
Yes,
the fight.
please.
On!
Cobalt C is going to attack. It's going to flick around. Hello.
We'll see
No,
what.
he's not, because he's stunned.
He still spins around and goes.
No.
D's going to go here then. No, he doesn't invoke an attack of opportunity. And he's going to roll to hit, and it's going to be a 24, and he'll do the
Who's he-
second one as well.
Who's he attacking?
Against
Flint. What, the short guy?
34 and 23.
Oh, the short guy's dead.
The very short guy dead. That's going to be sort of vaguely hitting, I suppose, in some
Yeah,
way.
vaguely hitting. Okay. So could you please make 2 Constitution saving throws?
Why don't I do dexterity instead? I like dexterity. My constitution isn't very good.
So do them one at a time. Do the first Constitution.
I'll do them on here, then you can see what they are. Constitution throw number 1. That is
sure.
saving. Yeah, Constitution number 1 is 16.
16. So the first one you take 16 damage,
And then bottom 13.
and the second one you take 31 damage.
Ooh,
You just
48.
you feel it.
16 and 31. That's
You know what?
47.
I'm doing myself a disservice here, but you don't take all that damage. You take like 8
Oh,
damage.
haha.
You resist poison.
I am immune to poison.
Immune,
Yeah.
actually.
So he
good.
stabs you twice.
Yeah.
You go, ah, and he's looking at you like,
What?
what?
Tickly.
He goes.
What should you do with that?
And as a bonus action, then just
Owie.
goes.
No, he's
Ah.
stunned. He's stunned. Put him back.
Oh, that's the wrong one. Ah! That wasn't the one attacking you. It's this guy.
I know. Where's he gone? I'm zoomed right in. I can't see.
Okay. They're back in this. So
Oh,
E
yeah,
is
oh,
going to.
Hand me off.
Take
That's
some
good.
Take some
Damage.
damage. Yeah.
Take some
Yeah,
damage.
he's gonna take some I'm aware he's going to take the bloody damage.
Yeah, but if we didn't say it, then you'd say you didn't say.
Every bloody time. God.
If we don't
Alright,
say,
He's
then
not
you'll
just
say, "Oh, you
calculating where he
forgot."
moved.
I know I will, but it's just it's the way you say it, I swear.
By the way, take some damage.
No, Jeez. Okay. The damage? You were
Marge?
totally prepared. You're totally prepared.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, I was. Very prepared indeed. It's a 17 saving throw.
Crit 1.
Hit 1. Ooh.
That doesn't get double damage.
He's
Damn
filled
it.
with.
You ask this every single
Awful.
time, and you all go, no, all right. It's like, no, because no, because they don't take any less
Well,
damage
it's
when they
worth
get a 20.
checking, just in case.
Okay, we can do that, but they'll take less damage when they get a 20, you know? There's always swings and roundabouts.
Don't they anyway?
No, well, they take half damage if they save, but if they got a 20, it would be like, oh, they take, even less damage. Are you
Anyway.
following?
Yeah, so did one of them got a crit 1 and the other one...
I was going to do them one at a time, because it's...
Oh,
10 at a
okay.
time.
That's 45 damage. No, it's not. No, it's not. Me silly.
That's a lot of damage. Wow. That's a lot of damage.
I rolled 88s instead of 5.
Yeah, that's quite a lot. So, yeah. Although, to be fair, that's still a pretty decent roll.
20,
20
which is
damage.
a lot less, really. But, okay.
He's then going to teleport 30 feet to here.
Holy shit. He takes damage.
And he's going to... who would see this? Flint, I reckon you're facing the wrong way. Unit, you'd probably see it. Elsie and Ray, can you make perception checks, please?
Does it help that I'm 15 feet in the air?
No, it actually makes it worse.
Frick.
Ah,
Why does this one not ever want to work?
That was too thick for the tower.
Okay. 24.
24?
Said 12.
12. Sorry, I didn't hear you. The 12 you don't see it. The 24, however, you see him, and this is all you really see, is he just like pulls out some weird device from inside like a pocket and just holds onto it. Literally all it is. You cannot recognize what it is. You just see him do that action. I reckon you also see this. Ray, you don't see this, and Zegeth doesn't. He's facing the wrong way. Right, F is going to roll to take the damage. He rolls, say, 21. He does save. Half damage, please. On your 5d8.
he is. That's it.
Not 8d8.
Yeah, I know. Got that. Thanks.
It's 5d8.
So he gets 21 halved, so 10.
10 damage. He's also going to whoop to the same place, and the same people make the same perception rolls.
That one's much better as a dirty 20.
Okay.
22.
So you both see it this time. He also pulls out a device from his.
Oh, yeah, I didn't roll for perception last time. You just said that I saw it.
Close enough.
Yeah, because you're probably close enough.
Because you're close.
Oh, okay. Fair enough.
Do you want to roll for perception? I can make you.
No,
if
it's
you
fine. No, it's fine.
I just like rolling the click clacks.
He also, in fact, actually, they're both going to also just step out of this. I know they're not going to take the. It's going to move, but they don't know that, so they're going to step forwards and pull out this device because they have a bit of movement. Actually, and then because they have the actions, I'll add this to both of what you saw. They click down on something. Again, you don't know what this is. You just see them pull out, and
I'm sure it's nothing.
it's fine. They're just
Elsie
It's
will
going
just
shout
a
to Ray
fidget
saying,
spinner.
Did you see that?
Did you?
One of them.
Did you see this? Ray, it's your
They
turn.
both got it.
It's just a fidget spinner.
I'm
They're just nervous.
gonna
Ray, it is
send
your
out some
turn.
Eldritch blasts at the guy
No,
that
baby,
called Cobalt F.
Mm-hmm.
So it's 3 blasts that I have to roll for. So that's a dirty 20 to hit,
It's
an 18 to hit, and a 28 to hit.
Sorry, you want me to say it? It hits.
Yeah, thank you. Thanks, Chuck.
He's just. Oh, yeah, thank you.
And then that poor man, oh my god, that poor man takes
Any damage? Any damage?
Many damage.
34 damage.
Yeah.
That is many damage.
He takes the damage.
Oh no!
And then
Yeah, that'll work.
nothing bad happened.
He takes the damage, and you can. He falls down to the ground, dead. You see, he drops the little device on the ground, and there's just this It's not like a classic colors of explosion. It's very bluey, greeny sort of colors. It's just this explosion, which just Flint, Kobold C on the edge of it, and Goldie just all just disappear in this plume of like fiery smoke.
What?
I think I'm immune to fire.
Not disappear, but like as in like it just like obscures
Okay.
the view. You hear immediately a second explosion as
Oh,
Kobold E
no.
also dies.
Aw.
And I'll check
why?
on C. You've got a little more, so I'll do the rolls.
Man, I wish I had the Eldritch pushing
rolls.
thing at this point.
I really wish I'd use my grapple and pull myself out of this area.
And
I just got used to this body.
Just shoot the grapple right into Ray with it so you can go woo!
Badge!
so it's that. Yeah, there's a third explosion.
Oh
With them-
my sweet god!
with them-
Why?
With Barty's like bond thing where it teleports if they take damage thing, does it count if you damage yourself?
I don't know.
Can you use that as like a way of getting out of trouble if you just like?
I really don't. You
It's not
teleport,
double
no, I
damage.
you teleport to yourself.
No, but I mean like, somebody else would be intercepting your damage.
I don't know. I'm counting right now.
I demand you answer my stupid question.
This is fun.
Is it?
Sorry, gotta roll one more time.
I didn't know.
Greg, why did you
It
do
was a
this?
really good shot. It killed 3 of them in one go. It's really good, and they would have thrown it and hit us. They would have hit us anyway. So,
Okay, so these are individually, so it won't go into the overly mass you immediately die damage, but Flint.
Great.
We'll do this one by one. You take 33 damage as you just hit in the back with this burning fire of explosion.
Beg your very pardon.
Is there no deck save or anything?
No, I'm afraid not.
A new.
I need to see. There. You take that initial explosion, then you hear secondary, and also you see this right in front of you. The guy in front of you, suddenly explodes and just blasts you backwards at the same time as the guy
Ow.
to the right and back of you also explodes in his back. So individually from those,
Wait, so do I go backwards or forwards?
hang on.
You get
Flint, you'll take another 34 damage.
that's 60.
Alongside that one also is on unit. You get blasted backwards with 34 damage, and then Flint, you'll take another 36 damage.
Damn it, 67.
33, 34, 36.
So I don't. I only take the one though.
You only take 34 because you were. It's only the one.
You
there.
got over 100 damage. Flint.
I am down, but not by much. But I am down. 103.
Yes.
I'm not far off down, which is the first time I think this has ever happened.
The fact that you survived and didn't insta die is a hell of a thing in its own.
I think we are the people with the highest damage and highest
Yeah.
constitution of the team, aren't we?
So all 3 of them immediately are down, and
Love
you
that.
guys just see this like extreme explosion. The ground is on fire with this bluey green fire. Flint's just lying completely unconscious, burning, like literally on fire. And the heat is just immense.
He's come back to his old body.
Unit, you've been blasted back a little bit there, as you would expect. You were just like thrown around. I'll leave you there.
Oh.
And yeah, I think we just move on to.
I got it.
Oh, it's
I got
Flint.
it.
Can you roll a death saving throw, please?
I got it.
I know it shouldn't. There's one dude left.
I've never actually.
I'm trying to do this as quick as possible.
I need to be so. But like 115.
I don't actually know how to do death saving throw because last time I just died.
Roll a d20.
D20. I can do that.
Roll it very quickly.
7.
That's a failure. That's one failure.
Oh dear.
Elsie, quickly.
She's just gonna turn round and color spray the guy behind her.
That's right.
It just
Doesn't
gets a.
do damage. Just
It doesn't do damage.
Doesn't it?
No.
Damn it!
it blinds him.
I'm trying to do this quickly.
She just gets out. She just gets out her airbrush thing.
If you do quick damage, you do firebolt.
Yeah, but don't I have disadvantage because it's at
Technically,
120
yeah.
feet?
Yeah.
That's why I've not gone for that one. Oh, there we go. Poison spray. I'll do poison spray.
Okay, you poison spray, which means we're doing a Constitution, which I guarantee
poison?
you he will not succeed. He does not succeed.
Okay.
I swear to God, if he explodes,
3d12.
You didn't see him take a device out of his pocket.
we didn't see him take a device out of his pocket.
20 damage.
20 damage. Let me get back to it.
Which one is he? Is he the... No, he's Dave.
Is this the new we all get crushed by rocks?
Yeah, you poison spray him, and he just like insta drops to the ground. As you see him like falling, he like being poisoned just like grabs the thing out of his pocket, but like doesn't get a chance to press down on it. And he just falls down to the ground.
Because he would have killed me.
And with Flint
And then Zeketh
dying-
goes, "Oh, what's this? Research." Click.
And as the as we end the what am I saying? As we end the session and Flint is dying, burning on the ground. Technically, we're still in initiative. We'll end the session.
Yes.
Oh.
And
Hey, look, explosions.
I have to end it immediately.
Load explodes. Okay.
Then
Bye.
until next
Thank
time.
you for watching. And
Goodbye.
what a cliffhanger. Not my fault. Just have to blame
Sorry, bye.
explosions.